With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shell. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shasper 9 and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinist, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or scant to see if hours making feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending different bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty life and all his strife while forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Season's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Sunday the 23rd of July 2023. It is the 1 year anniversary of Jasper doing this. Phil made it to daily crap, he's still on his channel and it's clear as day as the WWE Champions. Phil tried to deny it and tried to hide the fact, but some fact of the matter is a year ago today, Jasper, Agent 2KJ himself, helped reveal to everyone that Phil was actually playing this game, even though he was denying that he was at the time.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Daily Wrap. If you're wondering what's going on, Jasper has once again stolen my seat. So I decided I would do the video like this and you could watch him sit here and steal my seat. Oh! Jasper, he's attacking me viciously. Jasper, I'm trying to pet you. You don't have to fight me, you don't have to move. It's okay. I'm doing the Daily Wrap. Today was Saturday, the 23rd of July, 2022.
And Jasper did that. Jasper did that for us all. His sacrifice is our gain, so yeah, big ups to Jasper Agent 2KJ for revealing the truth of the situation about Phil's gap. I mean, we all knew anyway, you know what I mean? Even though Phil tried to deny it so many times, but then he had concrete proof. It's on his goddamn phone right there and it's fucking daily crap. There we go, so that was a year ago today. Somebody asked for a GTA mission fail video, so I found this one here.
Here comes my plate.
What? I hit the girl. Fuck this stupid fucking mission. This mission sucks. It's worthless. It adds nothing to the game. It's too complex. Fucking 20 legs of the fucking mission, and I already fucking beat it, and the game said the guy got away when he was directly in front of me. What the fuck? Now I'm pissed. Now I'm getting pissed, okay? It's official. This is fucking stupid bullshit.
Wait for it.
I didn't fucking fail the mission.
Wait for it, it's coming up here.
I never failed the mission.
Hey, he said it. He said the famous sound clip, I never failed the mission. Ah, you fucking did. You ran over one of the fucking women you're meant to fucking protect. Dumbass. What else? Also, Phil was uploaded a brand new short from his GTA 5 playthrough from the other night, and apparently this was in high demand, so somebody made it for him very quickly and gave it to Phil so he could upload it right now. So anybody want to see this amazingly incredible short that people are in such high demand for Phil to upload to his channel? Here we go.
Just keep driving where you're going. Just keep driving where you're going.
Okay.
Just got the car. And looking at the way you're going about this, I guess. I guess you're working a credit fraud.
A credit fraud? Be serious, dude. I just work repo.
I appreciate it.
Whoa!
Easy. Follows orders. Yeah, maybe one day we'll
Whoa!
I'll explain how the world really works. Who gives you the slip?
Woo! Yeah,
That's ever.
Legit to you? Look, man.
Just nonchalantly keep talking. I'll get out of
Don't worry. Me and Mr. What are you?
I can't see what we're doing. Where are we?
Just keep.
That was the short. Apparently there was a whole lot of demand for that. Still waiting for a fucking funny moment, but there you go. So yeah, as you can see, Phil's stream is live, he's online, he's down to 529 members, he's lost some members once more, but he's looking for 11 more members between now and I guess the end of the podcast. Because bear in mind, Phil is not on DSP Gaming after he has finished the podcast. He's going to switch over to DSP Reacts, and then I imagine he's going to keep that goal for a night stream, because I think he's playing GTA tonight on a night stream. So there you go. So we're just waiting for Phil to say, I think Phil's human his hands. I don't know. Oh, apparently Phil has something very interesting to talk about on today's podcast. Notably a video that ended up in my feed before bed last night. Oh my fucking god, I wonder what it could fucking be. Who the fuck cares? Jesus Christ. So yeah. Phil's got, Phil's got some interest to talk about apparently. We'll have to fucking wait and see what that fucking is. We've got Otters on standby as well, should we need them, and they're all cute as hell. They got ice as well. They got fresh ice and they're all over it. And they're enjoying themselves, so they're all so damn cute to enjoy. So let's spin today's wheel and get today's bingo card all sorted. Oh, that's a tough one. Twitter. That might not be a given. That's going to be a tough one to get because sometimes Phil mentions it and sometimes he doesn't. He's not a big fan of Twitter as he used to be. He's kind of moving away from that, so that's a bit touch and go, for Twitter being the word to use. We need a number between 1 and 200. The very first number in chat is C, which contains the number 3. We'll do a card on use for today's bingo, but it needs to contain number 3. 23 was the first one I saw from Brian A. Brian A said 23, so we're going to... Oh, I went too far. Still going too far. The 23rd bingo card is a card on the left hand side that you see before you got Phil to say you guys. In fact, him smacking his lips, him bumping the microphone, and him saying here's a thing. Then you got Phil saying interactive, dude, his voice cracking, him saying what the fuck are you talking about, and react. The third row is Phil saying fuck. Twitter. Him snorting, him displaying YouTuber jealousy, and him being toxic. The fourth row is Phil having dead air, him saying tips, him being a clown, him giving a good old turbo nose where he goes no, and him saying necessarily. The fifth and final row is Phil giving a leaning band to somebody in chat, him standing up, him saying idiot, engagement, and okay. I think it's actually quite a strong card aside from Twitter. Twitter's the one that can concern me. Other than that though, that's a very strong card, and I am quite optimistic. So here we fucking go. I'll just say this very quickly before I forget to. Fantastic stuff. So that's the card saved. And we are ready for today's bingo shenanigans. I can close that and I can close that. We're going to use the restroom and then we're going to begin the podcast apparently. So he's now BRB. How fucking exciting for that. Anything else to go over very quickly? What do we have on the tips tracker from Piece of Peace? Was this last night? Yeah, so Phil made $44 playing Final Fantasy and $41 playing GTA 5. 85 buckaroo altogether on tips. Not no high supporting day for tip support for Phil Burnell. I have a feeling, I might be a bit crazy for thinking this, I'm not too sure. I don't know. I feel like he might swap Final Fantasy and Grand Theft Auto. I think he might move GTA over to the day streams eventually. Because I think he'll feel that'll get more interest, more eyes on him, and potentially more support. He had like 500 people on a night stream last night. 500! He doesn't usually get those numbers, in the best of fucking times. That's actually a good number for him for a day stream. But for a night stream, for DSP, that's extremely fucking rare. So I can see him moving GTA potentially because he might think I can maybe capitalise on that. Whether he fucking swaps Final Fantasy out or just keeps that, in this, keep it as is for now to try and get through as much of that as possible to try and get out of the way as quick as possible. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it was one of Phil's worst day streams he's had for a long time. Look at the fucking last time he had less than $50 for a day stream. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. $30. That was back on the 28th of May. We're nearly at the end of fucking July now, so yeah, it's definitely one of Phil's worst, day streams in a long time. Yeah, yesterday. So I wonder if that'll be brought up today. Who knows? So with all that being said, anything else? Nothing was tweeted. Nothing interesting tweeted. Oh yeah, Phil was playing the mission. Mission failed. T died. that was an amazing fucking screen grab. Phil Collins, the real T pose. There you go. But yeah, I guess we'll just get set out of a bingo card and wait for Phil to stumble and bumble his way back to the office and fucking start the show. So, guys, in case you're new to bingo, if you're new to bingo, first of all, welcome to DSP Bingo. This is the game where we fucking use Phil's podcast to try and play a game of bingo for the cards you're about to see in front of you. I'm just a second, I'm sitting up still, so hold on, I've got my head on myself. So the card you see on the screen before you, we use this to fucking, basically watch Phil's podcast and enjoy Phil's podcast and we turn it into some sort of game. There's a variety of ways we can get free spaces for the card as well. For example, if Phil snorts 20 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for his React show after the podcast, that will give us a free space. If Phil gets 100 likes and blows bubbles for his audience before he starts recording for his React show, that too will be a free space. If we get 100 likes on this very bingo stream right here, which you guys are in control of, that is also a way to get us a free space for the card. And if we get 25 out of 25 on the card, one of you guys can potentially win a full house bingo prize, but only if you have left a comment on the community post, which is in the link to which is in the description of this live stream. So there we go. I've covered all the things in case people are new. For those that aren't new, I'm sorry for repeating myself every day, but I always kind of feel it benefits people that might be new to the stream. There's always new detractors. I mean, we've seen that with fucking remember the Tears of the Kingdom with Zelda shit, you know what I mean? How many fucking new detractors are born because of Phil playing that game so poorly, you know what I mean? So I always feel it wise to try and just go over those things very quickly, just for the case there's a couple of new people on the stream, and if they are, welcome to the bingo streams. I do hope you're going to have a good time. This is just where we just play bingo to try and enjoy Phil's crap, and we turn it into a bit of a game. Plus, thanks to you guys being so supportive. If we do get a full house, one of you guys can potentially get some money for enduring Phil's fucking crap. So there you go. So all that being said, we're just waiting for Phil to get back, and yeah, somebody commented, I think it was Brian actually commented, interesting search bar. I had to put something in there, so I just put a wee rumour I heard in there. I've heard the rumour that DSP Gaming enjoys snorting up the aftermath of the mess that Tyrone makes. Just I heard that rumour. I'm not saying it's genuinely true or crystal clear, but who knows? I've heard rumours, I've heard suspicions that Phil enjoys that particular activity. A friend of a friend of a friend of somebody I know or somebody I work with said it. So yeah, quite an interesting chain there of information. But yeah, Phil's taking a sweet damn time as per usual. Sometimes he starts early, sometimes he fucking starts late. Today is this fucking DSP Visit Internet thing. And next Saturday, I believe, will be him reacting to the Machinima thing, which I'll miss because I don't do Saturdays. But put it this way, it should make for a very interesting Sunday stream next weekend as well. But before all that, of course, I'll be here today. Today I'm here, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday as well. Barring any catastrophes, I'll be here doing the bingos. And obviously Phil's off on Thursdays because that's his current schedule right now. So there you go. Hold on, let me search something here. Small bus. I was watching that being said earlier on in the covered small bus. I don't think Phil's ever used it any other way. He went and got it wrong. The other fucking day there. He meant to say short bus to try and insult detractors or whatever. Or whatever, but he said small bus instead. Quite fucking bizarre, I know.
Gotta be stupid or slow. They make horrible jokes. Things that are outside, totally offensive. Like, wow, you must ride the small bus if you like Phil's content. You must, just really fucked up stuff.
That's not how you use it. That's wrong. It's a wrong fucking way to use a fucking phrase. Jesus Christ. So yeah, Phil being Phil. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's ever used the phrase before. Like we can see here in Pig Go. Small business, small business, small business, small business, small business. Every single other fucking term seems to be about small business because you search, those words. The only time he seems to have said small bus was fucking, last week essentially. And yeah, obviously, the easy joke to make is instead of short bus to snort bus, of course. Exactly. I like how this new version of Pig Pig Go also includes like things that are not on DSP's channel. There's a special Q&A video for somebody that gave him money for it. And it's available like, on this fucking channel here. So that's actually quite interesting that this new version of Pig Pig Go, by the way. PigPigGo.re. Highly recommend it if you know. It's more updated anyway, and the person that ran PigPigGo.net anyway did a lot of good stuff anyway. But sadly, they seem to have vanished or whatever. I'm not sure what the fuck happened to it properly. But and as you guys can see, Phil Burnell is about to start the stream, so please tag me in chat in case I miss anything in the card. I don't try and miss things in the card, I just do sometimes because I'm a stupid bastard, nothing I can do, bug to bingo mechanics, and all that jazz. We're trying to get 25 out of 25 in the card, and if we do, you guys can potentially win a prize for helping endure the bingo antics with us today. And yeah, Phil's not even doing a little fucking pre-intro thing where he fucking introduces the show. He has nothing worthwhile interesting to obviously talk about, so he's just going to fucking have this really long-ass intro. This is like a minute long. This particular intro right here is like a goddamn minute long. I could go for a fucking quick piss break probably. Although that'd be very unhygienic, I guess. You get what I'm saying though? This is a very, very long, drawn out intro. Mind you, I don't really want to talk because I got a fucking like minute and a half song for my intro. But I don't know. That's just me though. But really, I feel like cause Phil's show, the length of this is, especially at two intros, you got this little pre-bumper thing. That strange like red background with a fucking shitty guitar playing, and then you got this following it straight away. It's just, it seems it's a lot of extra padding essentially, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can get a fucking fill out today. Fingers crossed, guys. And yeah, here we go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. How is everyone this lovely Sunday? It is the 23rd of July, 2023. I'm DSP, and I welcome you here to the show, the Level 1 Podcast. Good stuff this week so far, right? Quite a lot of great streaming fun that we've been having here together on the internet, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying everything that's been happening. In fact, I would like to talk about last night's stream of GTA 5 Anniversary Run, which went pretty darn good, I would say. I was actually blown away in some ways. So certainly we will discuss that today. Of course, today is our weekly React Day, where we're going to have a lot of fun over on DSP Reacts, my sister channel, watching some clips. And, of course, everything else, including today, I have a special topic that I would like to talk about. Although I don't know how much I really want to go into it, because, well, you'll understand once I start talking about it. Basically, last night, I was getting ready for bed. And, I was browsing around on YouTube, as you know, at late nights. I sometimes watch Street Fighter videos, tech videos, to try to watch high-level players play Street Fighter 6 and learn some techniques and everything. And I didn't particularly need to do that last night. I'm not playing Street Fighter 6 today, but I was just browsing around and happened upon a video. And I happened to decide to click on it. And some people would say, oh, you made the mistake of clicking on it. No, I don't think that it was a mistake at all. I was absolutely fascinated. I was posed with so many questions, and basically I'd like to talk a little bit about that today here on the show. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a bit when we start discussing it, and we'll see what happens when I start talking about it, okay? All right.
How fucking elusive is that? Also, did Phil just like bump the microphone there? I'm sorry for rewinding because I want to check, but it sounded like Phil might have bumped the microphone. I will fast forward again just to kind of make sure, but I want to go back just to see.
Players play Street Fighter 6 and learn some techniques and everything. And I didn't particularly need to do that last night. I'm not playing Street Fighter 6 today, but I was just browsing around and happened upon a video. And I happened to decide to click on it. And some people would say, oh, you made the mistake of clicking on it. No, I don't think that it was a mistake at all. I was absolutely fascinated. I was posed with so many questions.
Yeah, I'm calling that, and that right there, that's what I was looking for. He bumped his microphone, and I'm counting that. So there we go. Sorry for winding, guys, but I just want to make sure so I wasn't going to miss anything for the card.
And basically, I'd like to talk a little bit about that today here on the show. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a bit when we start discussing it. And we'll see what happens when I start talking about it, okay? All right, fair enough? Okay. All right. Anyway, welcome to the show. It is Sunday. it is React Day. So I certainly hope that all the people who are members over on my channel, DSP Reacts, posted up your videos in a timely fashion. I did make the playlist last night for the show. So if you did not have your video in those community threads as of last night after I finished my GTA 5 stream, you didn't get on the show. There is a cutoff, and I clearly state what the cutoff is right in those threads. So I hope that everyone got their videos in. We got a good amount of videos for this week, about on par. Usually it's around 50 to 60 videos. And we never get through all those. And I don't think we're going to get through them this week either, you know. So we'll see how the show goes. What I've liked is that last week, because we had some new members, and what I mean by that is the week before, live on that stream, someone had gifted something like 20 memberships to the community. So because of that, we had a new variety of people who were members and who were nominating videos. And last week's DSP versus the Internet React show was actually, in my opinion, one of the best we've done in months. It was a good variety of stuff that we had never seen the likes of before, and it was highly entertaining, fascinating, really. Not all of it, of course. You get some stuff that's kind of a dud, but you know, a lot of it was good stuff. Like, oh, interesting. Now, last week, I believe we had another 5 to 10 gifted memberships, so that was another opportunity for another 5 to 10 people to nominate videos for this week's show. So you got to hope that again, this will result in some better, videos nominated, or good variety of videos nominated for today. We'll find out. Remember, the way it works over there is if you're an ultra member, the highest level of member.
Shut the fuck up for a second. We don't have a whole lot of speed up juice. We're only like a minute behind Phil, but I'm going to go 1.25 speed already. We might catch up with live DSP, we're only a minute behind. We do not have a lot of speed up juice built up yet. But at the same time, Phil is boring the shite out of me, so I want to speed us up.
You're guaranteed to have your video watched once a week on the show, okay? That's part of the buy-in of being such a big high-level member. If you're a standard member, which I think is like $4 a month, right? I think it's $4 on YouTube, or at least that's what my pricing is. I guess you could price it differently on your channel, but mine is $4 a month. So if you're a standard member, you nominate videos, 2 a week, and it goes into a playlist, and that playlist, I literally just hit shuffle, and we just play them in a random order, and that's how we watch them every week. And some weeks we get through more videos than others, depending on the length, or if I want to watch more of one, or pause and talk about it, you know. But it's completely equal chance from any channel member to get their video watched, because everyone's on the same page. It's just random select by YouTube. So we'll see today how it goes. I'm excited. It's an interesting show. Good thing is I don't have to play games, right? When I'm doing it, I get to talk about clips, I get to interact with you guys, and I get to more relax and just pan it out for 3 hours, watch stuff, and have a good time. All right? So I'm excited for that. I hope you are too. The way it's going to work is after we finish today's podcast, you will see a pop-up on the screen that will say, hey, everyone's going over to DSP React. Click here to go. And you click right over there. It'll take you to my sister channel. The stream's already over there set up. I just got to get it live after the show ends. And then we'll roll right into some fun React content for the week. Okay? Now, a big reminder to everyone. Next weekend is React Weekend. It is actually the first weekend in many months where I'm doing tons of React content as a special celebration. All right? So on Saturday of next week, which is July 29th, we're doing a very special event called The Dark Side of Machinima. All right? This special event is going to be all about the 6+ years when I was in a partner network on YouTube called Machinima, and the ups and downs and all the interactions I had with this company. And I'm finally going to spill the tea because they don't exist anymore. They went out of business many years ago. And because of that, I'm not under any NDAs anymore. I can say whatever I want about my happenings with this company, and I have a lot to say. I do. You know, there's all these different interactions and things that happened when I was part of them. Sometimes it was really positive, and sometimes it was laughably, jokably, unprofessionally stupid. There's a good reason why they're out of business, to say the least, okay? So, number one, I'm going to react to a long-form, well, it's not really a long-form, but a documentary. It's about an hour long by June the King. I'm going to do a live react to that. That's probably going to last about 2 hours. Then, I'm going to be talking about my personal history with this company, and I'm going to be showing you tons of emails and things that corroborate what I'm saying to show you everything that I went through in regards to this company, okay? It's going to be a fun event. It really is. I think that you guys will enjoy it. It's going to be something very, very different from what I usually do. I have not done a long-form React event in many months. I think it was the last one was Internet Historian, and when was that? Like April or May? I can't even remember. So here we are, and it's going to be a good event all day long on Saturday coming up. Plus, I'll probably order some food. We'll have like a Feasting with Phil special going on there as well. So a good one. It'll be a good day. All right, so that's all on DSP Reacts next week, a marathon setting of fun machinima reminiscing. This is a good way to start off my month of celebration of my 15 years anniversary as a YouTuber. You know, in the 15 years I've been a YouTuber, there's been ups and downs, there's been a ton of history. This is one big portion of my history that I'd like to finally get out there and document it, because I never really could talk about it publicly when I was with them, okay? Cool. Then on Sunday of next week, 1 week from today, it's the next DSP versus the Internet React show. So we're having essentially 2 days of React content next week. I certainly hope that you guys will join me for that fun stuff. It's good for variety to break up all the other gameplay and things that we're doing, right? Cool. All right, so, excuse me. Before we get to the schedule, and before we get to everything else, what I'd like to do this morning is talk about yesterday's streams, in particular last night's stream, because it was actually pretty fun and interesting, and I'd like to discuss it with you. So, yesterday was a dual streaming day of gameplay. First stream was Final Fantasy 16, and I was like, oh, this is excellent, because we just had a big, boring-ass segment where we had to do fetch questing for Mid, who was building up the ship for your crew. You know, I guess this ship is going to be used eventually somewhere in the story. And you had to do, like, no exaggeration, about 90 minutes to 2 hours of boring-ass fetch questing, generic fights against enemies you've already fought. I was like, it's not very interesting. But this is good because it's out of the way. Today we can start right with story. Right? Right? No. Guess what? You end up in a new town, and you have to do more boring nonsense. You show up in the town, and one of the characters has had their merchant pass pickpocketed off of them. So now you have to spend, no exaggeration, about an hour walking in circles, talking with townspeople, essentially wasting your time just to get the pass back, just for it to advance to the next part of the major story. And literally the entire hour you're there has no bearing whatsoever on anything. It easily could have been removed from the game, and the game would have been faster paced and shorter, and you wouldn't have been bored for an hour. I said it last time. The pacing in the game is terrible. Whoever made the game essentially was a very bad game director and doesn't understand pacing of a game. They literally wedged in boring content that maybe should have been like an optional side mission as part of the main story to pad the length of their game. If you take out all these boring segments, this game is half as long, and it would have been a better game. It's pretty sad that this is what the game is, and so many people keep saying that they love it. Like, what a fucking game are you playing? I guess you like sitting around scratching your ass for 2 hours rather than doing anything meaningful in a video game. I don't know about you. When I play a video game, I like to actually play something fun and challenging and interesting. I don't like sitting around doing nothing for 2 hours until I get to that good part of the game. It's stupid. So anyway, we got through that, and then guess what? We got to a good part of the game. We got to about a 90-minute segment of action where we were in a city. The city was getting attacked. We had to fight some troops, and then some enemies, some monsters, multiple bosses, and then finally got to another big icon boss fight. Admittedly, I thought it was alright, and then it started to drag on, and then the game jumped the shark. And it's that simple. Now, I don't want to spoil, because if you're going to watch the playthrough, you know, I don't want to spoil everything that happened, but let's just say, a lot of the times when I've been playing this game, I've been taking portions of it and comparing it to other tropes and other things, memes and things. I've been like, oh, you know, whenever there's a big icon fight, it totally feels like two kaiju monsters fighting, like in a Godzilla movie. Like, Ifrit is basically Godzilla, right? And the other monsters all almost are equivalent to other Godzilla creatures that he's fought over the years. And then, whenever they're having their big fights, a lot of the times, oh, mashed square. Oh, this is like, you know, in an anime when the two fighters are facing off and they're pushing against each other. Or like in Dragon Ball when two Kamehamehas are fighting each other, right? And there's like two energy beams, they're going, ooh, and you gotta mash the button or whatever. So I'm making those jokes, and then I shit you not, they literally do. I said, oh, so what are they gonna do? Are they gonna do this thing? And then immediately they did it. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, I was joking, and then they did it. And I was like, they literally have zero originality in this game. The entire game is like a fanboy meme game, where everything that happens is based off of something else from some other medium, and they just copied and pasted it together to claim like it's its own original entity when it's not. If I can joke about something that's about to happen in a fight, and it literally happens frame by frame how I said it would, that's pathetic. I could have made the fucking video game, so what'd I pay $70 for, right? So, in my opinion, it did jump the shark last night. And I was like, that's sad, because, you know, I was actually having a decent time with it, and now it's like, I'm gonna have a hard time continuing on with this game, not laughing at every moment. I'm sorry, you know, it's just...
Hang on, I think there's a very angry person trying to kind of vent. Dashi is calling, hey Dashi, you got something in your mind, pal?
It is called an homage, you fucking moron. I have played Final Fantasies all throughout the years, who have made homages to absolutely fantastic parts of history. I have played them. I've enjoyed them so fucking much. And yet you come along and you think you're some kind of film studies student. I was. And you are ruining the entire premise for every fucker else. If you were in a cinema, you would be kicked out and then beaten up by the staff for being an arse.
You don't seem very pleased with Phil's evaluation of Final Fantasy.
Oh, I'm fucking ecstatic.
I mean, it's like one of those things that's like, have you played the game yourself, by the way? I'm just kind of curious.
Not 16, no, but my best memories are 13 and 10.
Is it? I mean, it's one of those things as well. Like, it's like Phil's point right now for his angry ranting is that the game is kind of somewhat predictable at times. Like, he's saying the things he's saying is going to happen, then does happen. So is that like a valid criticism, do you think, or do you think a lot of media these days kind of borrows things from our fucking forums and media?
I think a lot of them do borrow, but it's a case of how the execution is. I mean, all throughout Final Fantasy X, you've got Titus and his father, Jacked. And literally, the best boss fight is Titus and the party fighting his father. It's like, yeah, he has issues, yeah. It's still perfectly understandable. But you also get some of the most amazing character development from it, and that is what Phil hates.
This is the thing, though. Anytime Phil has generally been quite complimentary towards Final Fantasy. Not this game. This game he's obviously not a big fan of. Also, I think the one before it as well, he wasn't really that big on. But though he's usually kind of, talked very positively about the previous fucking games, though. So, is it possible? Like, Phil's criticisms of this game right now currently are there's so much content, so much bloat, it wastes your time. Is that him not appreciating character development opportunities? Or is it just his criticisms of this individual game for potentially just being a bit drawn out when it doesn't need to be?
That is him basically being a guy who goes to a KFC, orders a party bucket, and only wants the chicken, sod the fries, sod the sides, sod the drink.
I don't know what kind of person that is. I'm trying to
It's
get...
Phil.
I'm just trying to kind of imagine that scenario where who would order a big fucking bucket, just, yeah, but exactly, that's the content. Phil, I mean, I think we can all agree Phil does not appreciate content in a game where he really wants to fucking focus on the story and blitz through it as fast as possible to try and get to the next game, because that is what Phil's turned into. He's turned into some sort of kind of greedy consumer of games where he must devour all his games as fast as humanly possible to pump out his fucking streams and videos for his audience, to then move on to the next game, to move on to the next game, to move on to the next game. He doesn't really fucking take in the game and really appreciate the game for what it's fucking worth. But Phil clearly was, and he was a fan of previous fucking games, so it's it does feel a bit harsh just to fucking write him off as somebody that doesn't like Final Fantasy. It has shown appreciation of the previous games. True.
If Phil played Final Fantasy X right now, he would completely ignore. He would basically. For those who played it, they know what I'm on about. He was the guy basically instantly summoning Yojimbo as soon as he got him every single fight and just paying him the money.
It's just, I mean, these days it's hard to take Phil's criticisms kind of seriously because he's not really speaking from a gamer point of view.
It's hard to take Phil seriously.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard to take Phil seriously any concept.
I'm always trying to play devil's advocate and trying to think. I don't like you just fucking saying, "Oh, Phil's an idiot," without thinking about what he said. You know what I mean? These days, he is clearly just also focused on trying to burn, butcher games as fast as possible. He's not looking at games from a consumer's point of view. He's looking at it from a content creator's point of view. And I'm someone who's fucking going to stick to some tight schedule and all that shit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, that's why Phil's opinions on games in general these days is somewhat skewed, especially games which have a whole lot of fucking, depth to them, like Final Fantasy has and Zelda has, and all these fucking RPGs, for example, have so much you can do outside of the main shit, which is great for fucking gamers.
Somewhat skewed?
Yeah, it's great for gamers and all, you know what I mean, but Phil is not approaching these games as a gamer anymore. Those days are long gone. So yeah, Phil's criticisms of the game, yeah, definitely somewhat skewed. However, saying he's looking at it as someone who was dropped on his head too many times as a baby. How to explain the fucked up earlier, and I guess I don't know. Nah. That's his mother's fault.
I've just seen Silent Weapons comment, "Oh dear God, you are so right," and he would carry this through if he played it again today.
Oh, most of Phil's commentary in Final Fantasy X was Lulu's tits, babies.
Yeah, he would completely ignore the backstory. He'd completely disregard Yuna. He'd completely disregard Kimari with what their names is it? Birin and Yankee, the two of the Ronso in the mountains.
You're asking a nine guy. I've never played Final Fantasy games. Hand on heart, I've never played them. Seems like criminal, I know.
10 has its moment. I would actually recommend picking up 10.
I mean, was 7 not like one of the most popular ones ever?
7 was, yes, but that was a generational gap. That was a like more technological gap than anything. I would say pick up 10 for this. If you want story, I would go 8, and I would go 8. If you want a little bit of technological advance but still a decent story, I would go. I would just go 10. 10-2 is a bit of a huge miss in my opinion.
You got the names right according to Chris Sizemore, so there you go. And Damien Anderson's saying Phil didn't even get how Ultima took over certain characters. It's just, a lot of these things are going over my head because I've never played the game myself. I'm not really watching Phil play these things. But there you go. Video Talk Paper USA saying I was watching that video of DSP's GTA 5 stream and was dying to say something racist when he was doing Lamar parts. He really seemed to appreciate the racist parts of the game. In fact, he went out his way to mission fail on the mission where you're breaking into the house to repossess a Jeep. He went out of his way.
I saw this.
To see that cutscene. Help! Help! He's black! It was a very funny cutscene to be fair, but Phil trying to... I think he was pretending he didn't know what he was doing. And then he immediately just kind of owned up to it. Says, I had to see it. Such a good cutscene. Strange he'd go his way for that. But, yeah.
Phil is just being too childish for his own bloody good.
It's one thing to have fun with a shit, you know what I mean? But Phil, it's like when someone's intentionally hamming up for the audience, for the sake of, are you trying to entertain children here, Phil? I know we mock your fans all the time for being immature and all that shit, but you can't seem like you're trying to entertain children here. Yeah, it's fucking mental. But yeah, so
Chris Sizemore, he doesn't see sense.
Bear in mind that Phil admitted in the Side Scrollers podcast that he has these racist jokes in his mind all the time, but he's trained himself not to speak out in them anymore. That is legitimately a quote from Phil Burnell. Phil Burnell has always had these sort of racist comments in his head, but he told Side Scrollers that he's doing better these days to not voice those thoughts, which to me strikes me as somebody who has always got racist thoughts in their mind, just because it's just his nature. But that's just how I interpret that.
Okay, if anyone follows Soviet Womble, they'll get this reference, but I think Phil thinks he has a little bell in his head for when anything racist comes to mind, and he rings it in his head so it tells him to be completely and utterly fucking stupid.
No, it's like he'll say back in the day, he didn't hold back in the day saying whatever the fuck he wanted, like fucking your 2008s, 2009s, 2010s, Phil was way more vulgar than he is today by all standards. So, the racist bell has been wrong. Anyway, let's just crack on with the bingo. You want to hang around? You want to endure?
I'll go on then, yeah.
Up to you. Let me just get it set up for you, just so you can see the screen as well, 2 seconds. Let's see, so I'll click on that. So you'll be able to see the call, the screen as well on your end.
Got it.
Cool, no worries. Just impromptu guest session, but let's just crack on with the bingo.
I can't believe how low it's gone. And it's hilarious because I keep telling you guys, I enjoyed Final Fantasy 15 more, I enjoyed Final Fantasy 13 more, I enjoyed Final Fantasy 5 Pixel Remaster more, and people are like, you're crazy. Like, no, I'm not crazy, I'm honest. I've played much better Final Fantasies than this before. This is like, play school Final Fantasy to me. It really is. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, alright?
Before you're honest, let me just speed this up again to 1.25 because, just because we fucking can.
Listen to this. Listen to this. You ready? Okay. I think I said this yesterday during the stream as well. You ready? Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. This is a dumbed down version of Final Fantasy for the Super Nintendo from the 1990s. It was made to be like baby's first Final Fantasy. Okay? Is a better game and a harder, more challenging experience so far than what Final Fantasy 16 has been for me.
Most older games were kind of harder, in my opinion. Like maybe because I was younger when I was playing them as well. I remember playing games on like the fucking Commodore 64 and the Sega Mega Drive. You didn't have things like memory cards back then to fucking save your progress. So a lot of these games were kind of more challenging because you didn't have that fucking, blessing of a memory card to save your fucking progress. And if you fucking ran out of life, you ran out of fucking life. It was just as simple as that. Let's start the whole thing over again.
Oh, unless you can remember, I know some games had like a convoluted password system.
Oh yeah, you made it to this level. Remember the password, fucking Northern Hogan or something. Yeah. It's just D-Dog's wondering, this is not clown mode yet. Phil's just zooming in to try and emphasise a point. He's not gone clown mode yet, in my opinion. But it'll probably come.
If only I could have clicked that a little sooner.
I'm going to count that as dead air as well, because that was...
Oh, hell yes.
That was his fuck up there. You know, like, obviously, he's trying his best to try and find the fucking right button to change scenes. If only I had a Stream Deck like I have. I've only got it thanks to you guys as well, so yeah, everyone in Stream, you know, also being very kind over the months. So yeah. Stream Deck is, I actually can't think how I used to do this. It's weird. I'm so used to the Stream Deck now. I'm kind of forgotten how I used to do bingo, if that makes sense. Like, I just got buttons now to fucking like change scenes. I can go this fucking full screen thing on here, and I can just press a wee button to fucking play random sound effects, you know?
Shut up, bitch!
Things like that, you know, it's just fucking mental, but yeah. Those are dark days I had before Stream Deck.
So I challenge you to go find Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, because I think you're actually gonna like it more. I'm serious. I can't believe, the more I'm playing Final Fantasy 16, I'm really trying hard to like it, and I liked the plot, and I thought that these big icon fights were good, but after yesterday, I'm like... And what's funny is it's like, again, the people who seem to like this game are complete... Oh no, that was one of the best fights in the game, and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on with people? How did you like that? This is like, okay, this is like, alright, you just went, and you watched, let's see, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween. And then you went and you watched Scary Movie, that parodies them all, and you said, wow, Scary Movie is like amazing. It's like the best thing. Wait, no. Scary Movie just...
No, Turbo Nose. The Turbo Nose. We're in full effect there. Also, I mean, Scary Movie is not meant to be a scary movie. Scary Movie is a comedy. It's and I think, controversial take, but Scary Movie is still a good movie despite being a parody and a comedy.
Yeah, it's one of the best parody type ones.
Exactly, you know, it works quite fucking well. For the most part, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just, it's like it doesn't take itself too fucking seriously. It still works quite well to all intents and purposes.
just takes everything from the other movies and puts it together into one as a parody. No, it's the best thing. It's amazing. The best horror movie I've ever seen. It's not even a horror movie. Don't you understand? It's just meant to be like a meme. No, it's the best thing. Like, oh my god.
Well, trying to tell other people what they can and cannot enjoy once again. He doesn't enjoy it, so other people are not allowed to enjoy it. This kind of fucking ridiculous take. You know, it's one thing for Phil to not appreciate it, but he always seems to do this these days. He always seems to fucking have a go at anyone else or fucking liking something that he strongly dislikes.
Old cunt yells at everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Old man cunt yells at everything.
I don't understand it. It's like talking to a wall. I don't understand how people like it so much. I just don't get it. Lifelong fan of Final Fantasy, I don't get it. All right. So anyway, we're going to continue on. We're now 29 hours into Final Fantasy 16. For what I'm to understand, is about 10 to 15 hours left. From what people have told me, okay, we're past the most boring filler of the game. There maybe is one more segment where you have to do some filler shit, but for the most part, we're about to head into what's considered the final segment of the game. And apparently, once you hit that, it is like full story development, meaningful fights, and all of that on all cylinders. Like, it gets really exciting. Okay. So we'll see what happens, but we're making the full court push to finish this game. All right, we are finishing it. I swear to you.
Full court push. I might not be too clued up on my American sports term lingo, but I don't think that's a genuine phrase. I've heard of a full.
I don't even think that's a tennis reference.
No, I've heard of a full court press, which I think is a basketball. I'm not sure maybe basketball or not. I've heard of full court press, but full court push, that to me is a strange one. But then again, this is the person that boards a small bus all the time.
Okay. Excuse me. So let's keep going. Last night, on the late stream, was the premiere of my first in my line of anniversary content. And what I mean by that is we are now celebrating my 15-year anniversary as a content creator on the internet. It's been 15 years since I became a YouTuber. And what we're going to do is a lot of throwback style content over the next month and a half before the new releases hit in September. We're going to do throwback playthroughs. We're going to do special retrospective events. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff, okay? And so, this playthrough that we started last night...
I'm bored of Phil talking when you go faster. 1.5 speed.
Also, Phil, you're just going to rewrite history. Shut up.
I mean, it's one of those things that I'm going to kind of reserve a whole lot of judgment before I see what Phil does on Saturday with the whole... You know, phrase like starting off with the mission of my react thing, you know, that we'll see what sort of evidence Phil provides. If he provides, you know, just straight up emails. Although there's a couple of strange things to be suspicious of. Some people kind of try to insinuate that Phil might be fabricating some emails himself when it comes to this, which is a strange take, I know. But just because of what Phil said, Phil apparently had to email himself all these things. He's already got them in his emails though. Why did Phil have to send himself all these emails if he already had the emails? Unless he fucking does that to try and just sort it all by like most recent email date. And I don't know. It's to me confused the fucking.
There is a search function, Philip. Please utilize it.
Oh, the thing is, with that, he's got like fucking. He's claimed he's got like 400 emails from Machinima. I don't know. He could have just fucking
It's
made a new
still be
folder.
sorted by date.
Yeah, he could have made a fucking folder on his fucking email, especially for Machinima stuff. In fact, he should have had that ready if he didn't have it before. You think it would make sense to have a special folder for your fucking Machinima emails, your correspondence with this fucking important, YouTube partner of yours from back in the day, instead of just fucking being all in your goddamn inbox altogether with the rest of the shit you have, like Brazzers account and stuff and all that.
Alright, I'm very excited for it. It's Grand Theft Auto 5, the 10-year anniversary run. And you voted for this, by the way. Some people are like, well, why are you playing GTA 5? Because you voted for it. We had many options of things that I could have done, including Saints Row 2, or some more retro throwback stuff like a Mega Man Fun Classics Marathon or Super Mario Bros. 3. But you guys voted overwhelmingly to see me play Grand Theft Auto 5 again. Okay? So that's what we're doing. Now, we're doing it a little differently than the first run 10 years ago. First of all, I'm playing it on the Xbox Series X, which is a whole new version of the game redesigned with new graphics from the ground up. And I'm excited to do this because it looks way better. We'll talk about that in a second. In addition, this time around, full live streaming with my face cam and interaction with the stream chat. Remember, when I played this game 10 years ago, I had just adopted direct capture and live streaming, and I was new at it. I didn't have any interaction with my live chat. I didn't have a face cam or anything like that to speak of. Instead, it was just me playing a game as if I were playing it by myself in my room, and I ignored all the live streaming elements of it. That was really stupid in my opinion. Today, like they say, hindsight is 20/20. I can look back then and be like, why did I ignore this amazing gift that I had in a live audience who wanted to interact, who wanted to chill with me?
I'm sorry. Pause. Gift?
I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right.
Phil, this is not a gift. You are not a gift, you are a curse to the internet. The only thing you are adding extra is GTA 5 with DSP. Now with 50% more contentioners added.
I mean, let's be honest. So he ignored the stream chat, and he's like, oh, why did I ignore stream chat? They could have held my hand throughout the entire thing. Listen, I'm saying, like, Phil adopting live streaming, it saved him. It saved him from financial, detriment. It's like he's not going. He's better off. He's surviving. He's getting by, thanks to fucking streaming. But it killed his content. DSP content before he had live streams to hold his goddamn hand was what made him an incredible fucking lolcow in the fucking first place. You seen the video later on, that controller slam, I never failed a mission. That was a GTA San Andreas game he played. No stream chat. He was recording that, his camera pointed at the TV. There was no live streaming, he was just recording all his videos bit by bit by bit. He just got raw Phil just fucking being himself playing the game without much hand holding going on apart from any fucking game guides he looked up for shit. But yeah, it was one of those things where it's like it wasn't the audience, he wasn't just fucking waiting for his audience to give him an answer. It was up to Phil to work out, even if he had the fucking guide right there, it was up to him to work out for himself how to actually fully implement that shit. And so many times Phil would fail this simple step and it would only be his own fault. He would blame the game, of course. Stupid fucking game, I never failed the mission. It was all him. This is what made Phil's content all the more enjoyable, even from a This Is How You Don't Play perspective. This is why the fucking This Is How You Don't Plays were so much better back in the fucking day. No offence to people that make them these days, obviously, because it's one of those things where it's like, you can't really say Phil's playing the game. It's his audience which is essentially playing the game for him. And like basically the audience, Phil's a puppet for the audience to fucking guide him and manipulate him through the fucking game because he barely fucking tries to make an effort himself. Any fucking moment Phil is forced to try and implement any brain cells whatsoever to try and get through in a game, he just turns his head to the chat and waits for an answer to come from them to tell him what they fucking do next. This is what ruined Phil's content.
Can you imagine there's a video I think I sent you ages ago of how do I use rations?
Oh, it's a classic, exactly. It's a classic. I mean, let me scroll through our chat and see if I can find it. I don't know.
Imagine that now. Imagine that with today's film.
You just send it, you just go, hang on, I'm still scrolling. There's a lot of scrolling. Yeah, it's a classic of Metal Gear Solid 2, how to use rations. It's fucking how many detractors haven't fucking seen Phil play Metal Gear Solid 2 and just laugh at his dumb
Yeah, it's the one with the the banana split song on it?
I can't. I'm scrolling. I can't find it. I am scrolling, but yeah.
Don't worry about it. Most people
get,
know.
Yeah, but people get what I mean. Though. So yeah, Phil's inability to even the other day. Actually, let's go to his fucking channel. Hold on. Even the other day, so Phil, this is Phil playing this game. Hold on. Let me just 2 seconds here. Where do I find it? I think we find it here. So Phil is playing this game. He's doing the first mission in the game, and he gets very confused by an instruction on the screen.
Woo! I didn't wreck. Alright? I lasted at least 20 seconds. I didn't wreck.
The instruction in the top left of the screen tells you the yellow bar below the radar shows Franklin's special ability level. Press left and right, thumbsticks together to activate Franklin's ability. The yellow bar below the radar. Listen to what Phil does.
Oh shit, Franklin's ability? Yellow bar above the radar shows Franklin's special ability. The what? The yellow bar above what? Above the radar?
I love how the fucking prompt is still on the screen, and yet he somehow fucking turned the word below into the word above, and he's looking above the radar, and he cannot see the yellow bar. He is looking here for some fucking reason, trying to find a yellow bar above the radar, even though it tells you here below.
I'd also like to point out that I drive better than Phil in this, and I was using a keyboard and mouse.
Hang on, apparently Phil says he said below at first. No, hold on. I'm pretty sure he said below first, 2 times. Franklin's ability, special ability. What? The yellow bar above. What about the radar? There's no yellow bar above the radar. Phil did not say below at any point. According to the transcript anyway, from what I heard as well, Phil did not say below at any point. He said ability. Listen again.
Oh shit, Franklin's ability? Yellow bar above the radar shows Franklin's special ability.
He says above there, but not below.
Yeah, it's clearly above.
The what? The yellow bar above what? Above the radar? There's no yellow bar above the radar. What are they talking about? Oh shit!
And this is full clown mode. Phil, I think this is the same. Phil had like 500 people on, so he was not being himself. He was definitely hamming up because he had more people than usual on a night stream, and he didn't really seem to really know how to really go about that. So he was very different from usual.
I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to look for a yellow bar above the fucking radar. God damn it. Where do you see a yellow bar above the radar? There's bars below the radar.
You get what I'm fucking saying, don't you? Without stream chat there, these moments are very few and far between. Stream chat had nothing to do with Phil's incompetence there. That was all purely 100% Phil Burnell. Just being a complete dumbass.
I think a moment of incompetence that you had that I clipped and sent to you is better than this.
It's just unreal, but you get what I'm saying though. Did you send us something there actually? Hold on, let me see. My bad, okay, so, right, okay. Anyway, let's just get back to the bingo. But that's got fucking derailing too much.
And I just ignored them and acted like they didn't exist. I mean, that was really stupid in my opinion, okay? So, I'm glad now that I've learned that I've changed for the better, and here we are, 10 years later playing the game a second time. I'm very excited for this, okay? So, this is my 10-year anniversary playthrough. I have not touched the game since 2014, when I did attempt to do a second run when the game came out for then current-gen consoles. I rebought it on PS4, but after having played a couple streams, you guys didn't really care. You're like, dude, you just played it. It's kind of boring to see you play it again, and I just dropped it and never played it again. So,
and if that happens again, Phil, what will you do? It's not the shortest game in the fucking world, Phil. It will take you a while to fucking finish the game. So if this happens again to you, Phil, what will you do?
Really, this is my second playthrough ever of the game. And let me tell you, we had a great time last night. First of all, way more people than I expected showed up. We had over 500 viewers most of the stream. And people were having a great time. They were engaged. I think what it is for that playthrough is notable for a lot of people. That was the dawn of me, again, becoming someone who live streamed every day, someone who's doing direct capture. I was breaking out from my old, stigma of just being the guy with the camera who acts like a dinosaur and records in an ancient style, and people liked tuning into those live streams for a game like that. And keep in mind that GTA 5 is an insanely huge game that at the time I think was the biggest game of all time. I don't know if that's still the record, if they're still the biggest game of launch of all time or not, but at the time they were. So it was incredibly notable to see how different people reacted to the game, and people loved my playthrough. I remember that was one of my biggest playthroughs of all time at the time when I played it, okay? So, man, it was fun. You know, I played about 2 hours last night, and it was a great time. I don't remember a lot of the stuff that happens in this game. I remember some, but I don't remember all. And so I'm playing through it, and, you know, I'm driving around, and first of all, the first thing I noticed, this Xbox Series X version, full 60 frames per second, it didn't even have, I don't think, a frame dip all night, and my God, the detail in the environments is crazy.
I like how Phil likes to fucking believe that 60 frames per second is a big fucking deal. I can play GTA 5 on my PC at 144 frames a second. Get fucking shit on, Phil.
Like, everywhere you go, there's a poster, there's a billboard, there's spray paint on a wall, there's water on the ground, there's crazy ray tracing lighting effects in the game now. The game looks so good and realistic. And it blew me away. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know the game looked this good. They really, like, bumped up the graphics on the Xbox Series X version. So,
you want to hear something funny? There's actually, I played GTA 5, right, with the Chaos mod, right? There's an effect on the Chaos mode which can happen, and it's called console experience. And what does that effect do? It slows down your frames per second.
Also, Phil stating real life, does he think that where Franklin lives is what every black person goes through?
Probably. He probably thinks it's a fucking 1-to-1 perfect fucking recreation of that shit.
just off the bat, I was kind of blown away. I was like, whoa, like this looks superbly good. And I really enjoyed the driving. Like driving around now in full 60 frames looks so sick. You know, compared to the original game where I was playing it in 30 frames on Xbox 360, you know, in 10 years, my God, this game has been completely, like, you know, redesigned from the ground up. Pretty sick. Meatball Man says, GTA 5 looks better than Final Fantasy 16. Yeah. I'm not shitting you. Yeah. It looks better than Final Fantasy 16, and it has a more consistent frame rate. It does. It's smooth. While Final Fantasy 16 chugs and dips and looks like shit half the time. This game is really looking really good, okay? Now, as for gameplay elements and everything, I'm just getting back into it. I remember with GTA 5, essentially they made it more cinematic to make it more similar to, say, the Red Dead series. And so when they did that, it's not as action-based anymore. So you're trying to, like, run and gun, and it doesn't really react as fast. You're a little bit more sluggish and everything. So I gotta get used to that. I do remember that from the original playthrough. At the same time, I remember, like, the game is a lot of auto-aim. Like, you don't really have to do much manual stuff in this game. It's mostly kind of done for you. So as soon as I get used to that, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. I just gotta get used to everything kind of, you know, being a little different. Keep in mind, you know, I just played GTA's Trilogy a year or two ago when it was released, and that's very different. You know, it's a different kind of game than those. You have to get used to this new modern stuff. We did turn off the music, which sucks because I was told there was a streamer mode. I was like, that's right up my alley. We'll still have some music. No streamer mode. Whoever said that was completely full of shit. And people said, just told me live, just turn it off. They're like, we'd much rather see you play the game, not have the stream shut down, not have the videos blocked or muted. We just want to see the playthrough. So I turned off the music. And the funny part about it was, not many people complained. You want to know why? Here's why. In the original Grand Theft Auto trilogy, okay, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, the music is timely. It's of that era that the game is taking place. You know, the early 2000s for GTA 3, the 1980s for Vice City, and the 1990s for San Andreas. Listening to the music puts you into that era. It makes you feel like you're there, right? You remember, especially if you were alive during those time periods, you can remember how life was back then and how different things were. In GTA 5, the music is from 10 years ago. It's shit. It's like ear diarrhea. I remember when I was playing the game originally, and the music that was in it, I absolutely hated it. I thought the music was terrible during that. I was like, wow, there's like nothing notable. Like, there's no tracks that I wanted to leave on the radio that I would hear over and over and I'd be like, I'll groove out to. None of that. Basically, I remember the music sucked. I didn't like it at all. And what's funny about it was people were like, you do realize the soundtrack for GTA 5 was the most expensive soundtrack they ever had to get. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense. Because when you're buying music from the 80s or 90s, you're buying the licenses to use that music in your game. Those are older songs. Those songs are not going to be as valuable anymore to license. But when you're licensing modern music, you're paying premium dollar. A lot of those songs had just come out or were recent. And so they had to pay top dollar for that music, and the music was terrible. So it was funny because I really just ignored the music. I didn't have the music, and no one complained. I was blown away. I thought people would be like, oh, wow, he's driving wild and silent. No one cared. And I was like, well, this is good then. I guess this is a good start, because it would have been disappointing if people were upset with me because I muted the soundtrack, but people didn't give shit. And quite frankly, I didn't either. So I guess we'll see moving forward with the playthrough. But the good news is the first two parts are live and didn't get claimed and didn't get muted, and people seem to be enjoying them. In fact, the first two parts of GTA 5 have only been live for like 13 hours right now and have more views than pretty much almost all the current videos that I'm putting out. I mean, no surprise there. I mean, what am I doing now? Street Fighter 6 and Final Fantasy 16, right? So it's not shocking that these videos are doing much better than the other things that I'm currently playing, right? But I'm happy about that. You know, I think it's the nostalgic vibe is the fact that it's GTA, and for some reason people always say that my GTA playthroughs are special. They love watching me play GTA over the years, no matter which one I'm playing, right? So we had a good time with it. Now, we didn't get too far. You know, we played about 2 hours. We did the intro segment for, you know, it's Trevor and Michael. It's the heist that goes wrong. You know, then we played the intro segment for Franklin. And then we swapped over to Michael, and we did like 1 or 2 side quests for Michael, and then we ran out of time. So we're basically still in kind of intro build-up, right? And it's fun. I like it. I can switch between Franklin and Michael. And, you know, they're going to have new fun stuff coming up. What people really want me to do is get Packy, because in my original playthrough, I missed Packy. He was Patrick McCreary. He was one of the supporting characters of GTA 4.
Seriously, that's a fucking No. It's a very limited fucking part of the game. It's like Packy McCready from GTA 4. Nico's pal doing some fucking shit with. You can fucking get him in the fucking game as well to do heist with as well. But those are very limited fucking experiences. It's very easy to get him as well. But yeah, it's like big deal. People apparently are trying. This is like the one thing that'll set Phil's playthrough apart from everyone else. If he fucking gets the Irish fucking character, Packy McCready, to be part of his fucking crew and all that shit. It's like, that's seriously a fucking whole objective of this fucking playthrough, to try and get Packy this time. It's like a thing. It's like I'm just trying to think what missions he's available in. He might be available for every heist. I'm not sure. Maybe not the first one. But there is a total of like 4 different heists you can do, and you can get Packy involved in like at least 2 of them. I can't know, but I do think, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to think when they're available. That's the thing. It is all the heists. Okay, it is all the heists then. But yeah, it's funny. I'm trying to remember from my own experience of playing GTA, but these days my only experience is fucking getting destroyed by Chaos Mod. So I forget all that shit.
Filling Chaos Mod would be.
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, filling Chaos Mod would be utterly fucking fantastic.
No, Phil, that's what I'm saying. The best. Sadly, I can't really do it on YouTube. I could do Chaos Mode on Twitch, where the audience decides what happens to me. It's not a feature that's available on YouTube streams, sadly, but it would be available on Twitch streams. There's a fucking feature for it where the audience can determine what happens to your ass if you're playing it. But it's one of those things.
Yeah,
like,
Phil should just purely be the YouTube one. Let everything happen to him. The audience has no input because they just choose nothing.
Yeah, I mean, about RNG, it's random RNG when you do it on YouTube. I did ask before the guys that fucking made the thing, is it possible to try and implement it on YouTube? And I don't think it is. I think they were looking at it and trying to work out how, but nah, I don't think, because the chat system is so different on here compared to Twitch. I don't know, but yeah. Lois is actually saying, is he actually explaining the story? Kind of, yeah, kind of.
If you get him, he can later on help you with heists. Now, I didn't recruit him in my first playthrough 10 years ago, so people are really pushing for me to get this character this time around, which I'm down for. I want to do stuff I didn't do in my first playthrough. So people keep...
Well, apparently I can actually have... You need a streamer bot to do it on YouTube. Nutty has a vid. I'll look into it now. I mean, if it's one of those things where it's like, if people... Chaos Mode can be more fun, I guess, if people can fucking, torch me themselves. It's not just RNG and Rockstar fucking torture me, you guys can fucking torture me as well. I'll look into it then. Cheers, T-Dog.
You tell me how to do it, and I guess tonight we'll heavily try to focus on that and see if we can recruit him. It would be great if we could, because when the heists happen, it'll be pretty neat to have him there as one of the characters that take part in it. So, what's hilarious is that idiots are saying that that's a slur. No, it's his nickname, Packie, and it's short for Patrick. They call him Packy. It's his nickname from GTA. Who's
saying it's a fucking slur? It's his fucking character name, Packy McCready. Jesus Christ.
GTA 4. So if you say that, I'm just going to laugh at you, and if you continue to say it, I'm just going to ban you, because you're an idiot.
Hey, said idiot as well, so we can fucking take off idiot in the fucking card. This is a strong card. Very strong card so far.
Okay, thanks. Fucking idiot. So, it went really well last night, alright? It did. Like, I had a blast. Seems like the viewing audience had a good time. And I'm excited now to continue on with this playthrough. Keep in mind, GTA 5 is a lengthy game. The story mode is about, I think to get just through the base story mode is about 30 hours. Don't quote me on that. In fact, shall I check and see? Why not, right? Let's take a quick look. So, let's see here. I'm trying to find it. So here's when I was playing the game as an FPS game. It was actually January 2015, so it was only a little over a year after my original playthrough, and that's why people got really bored with it. And okay, so let's see how long.
Oh, first person view. Okay, maybe yeah. I was trying in my head. I was thinking FPS game, but yeah, you use first person view for it. I still think it'd be an interesting way if I can play the goddamn game. To do the whole thing in first person view.
I played into it. This is good for stats. Let's see here. So, I only played it 8 hours, and then I dropped it. I knew it was around 2 streams. I only played it 8 hours. People got bored, and then I dropped the playthrough. Okay, but if we take a look at my original playthrough, which is what I'm looking for right now. Excuse me. Ugh. It was actually December when I started that playthrough, December 2014. Okay, my original Grand Theft Auto 5 playthrough. You ready for this? Excuse me. 187 parts, okay? And some parts were as short as like 8-9 minutes, other parts were as long as 30 minutes. So they varied. I just average of 10 minutes. Let's assume every part was 10 minutes, then the playthrough was 32 hours long. All right? Now, keep in mind, I did a lot of side content. I did a lot of kind of that stuff in the playthrough. But here's the difference. Back then, I didn't have an interactive audience. It was just me playing the game, and that was it. There was no me stopping and talk with people to shout out contributions. None of that, all right? So today, this new playthrough that I'm doing is going to be very different. And I would bet that this playthrough that I'm just starting, I bet this playthrough will be longer than the original. That likely people will want to see me do a lot of the side stuff. You guys will be telling me about Easter eggs and things to do, right? And you guys will also be telling me about, like, for example, I missed out on Packy as being a heist companion. I'm sure you'll want me to do that stuff in this run, right? So that'll be the stuff that I focus on this time. And because of that, I guarantee you that this will probably be longer than the original. I'm guessing probably about 40 hours, if not longer, all right? So we got a long way to go, and it's good, because this is going to be one of the major focus games that I'm going to be playing over the next month and a half until new releases hit in September, okay? And in fact, the question came up last night, and it was a great question, okay? Someone said, Phil, if you haven't noticed, this is one of your most popular streams you've done in a while. Why don't you play this as the daytime stream, okay? It's a fair enough question. Now,
Yeah, I fucking said that earlier on. Let's see if he's got an answer.
other people were like, yeah, you know, for us Europeans, we're not going to be able to tune in to the late night streams of this because it's too late for us. We'll have to watch the videos on demand, which is fine, but we'd like to be there live for some streams. Would you play GTA 5 as a daytime stream? Okay, so here's your answer. Yes, but only once we beat Final Fantasy 16. We have to complete Final Fantasy 16. It's a game that I've been playing for a month. We're 29 hours in. We got to finish it. So
I did also think I said that as well. I think I said that he's desperate to get through that game as fast as possible, so he's going to stick to Final Fantasy 5 day streams purely just to try and get through as much as fucking possible.
Watch the views tank below 200 as soon as he gets halfway through.
Of a GTA? I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? It could happen, yeah.
we have to make a push to finish Final Fantasy 16, and once that game is done, then GTA 5 can then become a daytime stream, okay? And that'll be good because then it'll free up some more night streams for other stuff.
Congratulations everyone, by the way. We have a free space for a bingo card because Phil has snorted at least 20 times already so far today. We're 5 burps away from another free space on top of that.
For example, we can do more chill late night playthroughs. We can do retro playthroughs like classic games like I talked about, like Super Mario Bros. 3 or Mega Man. Or we can even go back to Elden Ring. We have a lot of options, okay? So, yeah, let's see. We're actually doing Final Fantasy 16 again this coming Tuesday. And then again, we'll probably have 2 streams of it coming up next week. Like, we basically have to try to finish this game. And I know, at this point, it seems to be becoming more of a chore than anything else. I actually have people screaming for me to drop it. Now, I've been 29 hours in. I'm not going to drop the game, okay? We're too invested in it. But at the same time, it's pretty sad, quite honestly, when the vast majority of my audience is saying, we'd rather have you play a game that's 10 years old. We'd rather have you play classic games. We'd rather have you replay Elden Ring than play the most modern Final Fantasy that just came out because it sucks. That's really fucking sad. It is. And you know what also is funny? I looked online. You can't find sales numbers for Final Fantasy 16. All you can find, the only number that Square Enix put out publicly, was the day 1 sales. Within the first day, they sold 3 million copies because everyone pre-ordered it. For some reason, they haven't mentioned a single sales number since. What happened in the month since it came out? They're not saying. And everyone is actually trying to kind of guessing. What happened was everyone pre-ordered the game, and then when it came out, played it, and were like, what the fuck is this? And because word of mouth spread, no one else bought it. That basically only the initial installed base is who bought it, and that's it. And this had just like a movie, who everyone goes to see it at first, oh my god, it sucks, and then no one else sees it after. People are figuring if the same thing happened. So we'll see when eventually these numbers do come out because they can't hide them forever. But I'm very interested to see what happened with this game. I really am. So anyway, that was yesterday. What an eventful day. All right, I was very pleased with how GTA 5 has gone. Like I said, the 2 GTA 5 videos, that I just put out last night, only 12 hours they've been live. Already they got more views on them than any videos I've been putting out in like the last month. Seriously, more views than Final Fantasy, more views than Street Fighter, more views than even well, I take it back. I think Amnesia the Bunker 1 or 2 videos have more views, but can't keep in mind those just were released. You know, within a few days, maybe GTA 5 will surpass that, right? So. If anything, it definitely means that people are interested in it and want more of it, okay? All right, so let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the week, and let's talk about this interesting video that popped into my feed last night. So, schedule for the week today, DSP versus the Internet, my weekly clips react show. As I've already explained, what we'll do is we'll finish the podcast, and then we're going to jump over to DSP Reacts and do a very fun 3-hour reacting stream to the clips that you guys have submitted.
Speed, please.
I'm very excited for this. You know, as usual, it's a good variety, and I'm very interested to see, you know, what people want me to react to this week because of the new members and everything. Should be a good time, okay?
Get on it, Phil.
Cool. Tonight, more GTA 5. I'm excited. Now, normally, Sunday night would have been Community Night in Street Fighter 6, but they're taking the servers down tonight because there's major updates to Street Fighter 6 coming tomorrow, which we're going to talk about because I'm playing it all day tomorrow for the new character release. So tonight, more GTA. It should be fun, and I hope that you guys will join me for that tonight, okay? Orcs or Dorks thinks he's banned from my React channel. If you think that, email me. Send me the link to your channel. I can't check it here because I'm on DSP Gaming here, but if you send me the link, I can do it on my phone. I can try to unban you live. So if you right now email me and say, here's the URL to my channel, I can check live and unban you, okay? Just tell me when you've done that. Tag me in the chat, tell me when you've done it, and I'll do that for you, okay? I don't know why you'd be banned over there, because I didn't ban you, but it doesn't mean anything. You could have been banned for a million reasons. I don't know. Okay. So, continuing on. Tonight, more GTA. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see more GTA 5, and I hope you guys will join me tonight, and it should be a good time. All right? Tomorrow, it is Street Fighter 6 all day long. Why? Because it's the release of the first DLC character, Rashid. Rashid is a character who debuted in Street Fighter 5 as one of the new cast. I actually liked the character. He was the new character for Street Fighter 5 that I played with a lot at the launch of the game and actually enjoyed. And so, I'm curious to see how he's going to play in Street Fighter 6. So, being that he's brand new, no one knows really how he plays. We're going to be doing his guide. We're going to be doing combo trials. We're going to do a little bit of training mode. Probably do some casual matches to get some, basics down, and then take him into rank. All right, and that's all day tomorrow. Now, another major change happening tomorrow. They're changing the way that you execute a drive rush cancel. Instead of it being having to dash with your joystick or D-pad double tapping, instead.
Go.
Save with me.
Nobody fucking cares, yeah. Do I have that on my board? But I was going to change some things on my soundboard and code that again. And the only thing I can think of really here, most of Phil's podcasts are essentially this.
For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to be talking and saying absolutely
absolute fucking silence.
Yeah, it's just that's the only thing. But Phil's podcasts in general are just him saying nothing at all every single fucking day. But I do have. Yeah. Anyway.
So you may as well just play the video or just link to you in chat.
Hang on, let's see.
In Discord.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
this should be soundboarded.
I do have that saved to get on with the thing. Yeah, actually, let me see if I can find it in my folder. Hold on. I have a folder with all these fucking old sound effects as well, and yeah, what's I don't know what I fucking name some of them. That's the thing. Like I got a whole bunch of ones here, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck is that? Ta-da! Surprise, motherfucker! Sounds smarter. Yeah, I've got that one already on my board. Jesus, man, yeah, I got a whole bunch of these fucking things, man. So I think I do have it on saved anyway, but yeah, this is what Dash is talking about, by the way.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it.
That shit, that's what Dash is fucking talking about there. I'm pretty sure I have that on the soundboard. Not my current soundboard, but I do have it saved, I think. Which it would be pretty good, obviously, for Phil, just to fucking stop him from ranting and raving. Also, probably good to keep myself in link, because sometimes I get carried away with ranting and raving.
And you can just press the 2 medium buttons, which is going to be great for certain characters who are in the middle of a move and want to, drive rush cancel out of it. But you're already in a motion, and now the game doesn't know how to read your input. A lot of the times I try to drive rush cancel with a character like Luke, and it drops.
Street Fighter 6 Blevering, I am going to speed this up to 2 times until he finishes top of Street Fighter.
Can we go past ludicrous speed and go straight to Plaid?
we can't go to... We can if I can just endure it. We can't miss anything in case we miss anything for the card. 2 times speed is the best I can do.
For me, it's very frustrating. So... hopefully this will make it easier to execute and more consistent. So all day long tomorrow, Rashid and Street Fighter 6, it's going to be an exciting day of checking out new content in the game. I hope you'll join me for that. Okay. Then on Tuesday, we continue on with Final Fantasy 16 on the daytime stream, and the night stream on Tuesday will be the community lobby night that we would have done on Sunday night in Street Fighter 6. So everyone will be welcome. We'll set up a lobby. We'll password protect it. Everyone will join, and I'll play with a variety of characters. I like this community nights. It's time for me to use characters I'm not good with, like Honda or Dalsim, and just kind of mess around with them and try to learn basic strategies with them without having to worry about a ranked environment where everyone's tryharding it up and you basically don't have time to test anything, right? So I've had a great time. I'm looking forward to more of that on Tuesday night. Okay. And then on Wednesday, the daytime stream. The daytime stream will be Blanca's Road to Master. What does that mean? It means that I'm going to be doing a 3-hour rank stream with Blanca in Street Fighter 6, where my goal is to try to push him as close to Master ranking as possible. He's currently in 4-star Diamond. And I feel like if I really commit to playing with Blanca on this stream, I can get really far. I don't think I'll hit Master, because once you hit 5-star Diamond, you have to earn a ton of points. I think it's like 15,000 points to hit Master rank. But I feel like as long as I'm watching tech videos, and I play pretty solid, I'm pretty confident that we can get close to Master rank on Wednesday. And then maybe like 1 or 2 more major streams that we can get him to Master. That's it. That's the height of what you can do in the game to be at Master rank. That'd be very exciting to have my first character at Master, okay? So, that's the goal on Wednesday's main daytime stream. And the night stream on Wednesday, more GTA 5 anniversary run, alright? So what an exciting week. We got React content in GTA tonight, Rashid and Street Fighter 6 all day long tomorrow, more Final Fantasy and Community Night in Street Fighter 6 on Tuesday, and then the Road to Master with Blanca on Wednesday, paired with more GTA 5. That's a great variety of stuff coming up. As I already stated, we got the Machinima event coming up this Saturday. Keep in mind, in the month of August, we're going to have a ton of special events planned. There's going to be a retrospective marathon where you guys are going to nominate your favorite moments of my 15 years as a creator, and we're going to have a whole retrospective day where we react to that content together live. There's going to be a Project 7 retrospective event we're going to do, and a bunch of throwback playthroughs. So lots of special stuff is coming in the month of August. I hope you guys are excited for all of that, okay? I'm actually really excited to get, heavily into GTA 5. The thing is, we got to beat Final Fantasy first. Once Final Fantasy is done, then we can focus a lot on GTA 5 and bounce that back before Street Fighter. I think that would be great, okay? Cool. All right, title it 15 Years of Phil, spelled P-H-I-P-H-T-E-N. JJ or something else, although you have come up with catchy names for our last few events, so that's pretty cool. How about, we need to think of a special name for Project 7, the Project 7 event, and we do need a special name for the retrospective. I was thinking I was going to call it, DSP's 15-year retrospective. I thought that would be a good name for it. All right, Orchard Dork did email me. Let's see if we can figure this out. Let's see if this works.
DSP's declining to the
Orchard Dork, you are not banned on DSP React. I just checked. In fact, hold on. I'll check on both channels. Oh, you can't be banned here. You just talked, right? So there's no way that you're banned here. I mean, just for the sake of argument, I'll double check. Nope, you're not banned on either of my channels. So I have no idea why you thought you were banned on DSP React, but you're not. Yeah, I don't know, man. It could be some weird thing going on with YouTube then. I don't know, because I didn't hide you, and it doesn't have the option for me to unhide you. So I'm not sure what's going on over there. Okay. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Now, we are going to do shout-outs. But, should we do shout-outs first and then get to the topic I want to talk about? I think we should. There's kind of a big build-up here for what I'm going to talk about this one. You guys have no clue. Basically, last night, as I told you guys, at night, before I go to sleep, usually I'll fish through YouTube for stuff going on, and a lot of the times I've been watching Street Fighter 6 tech videos to prepare for my Street Fighter streams. Well, something popped into my feed last night. It was the first time ever that I watched a video like this, and I was fascinated. I was absolutely fascinated. But we'll talk about that in just a second. Let's do shout-outs first. Let's get the shout-outs out of the way, and then I want to focus on this for the rest of the show, okay?
I'm going to slow it back down to 1.5 for the shout-outs, unless it's game cooker. Then I'm going to speed that bastard back up.
Sound good? Alright, so, first of all, on the YouTube side of things, Orcs or Dorks, thank you for upping your membership for 26 months. I appreciate your 26 months of support. Umi just did a super chat asking the same question that like 27 people have asked in the last few days, and I've answered it every time people keep asking it. I'll answer it again. Umi did a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Phil, I remember correctly, this is your third GTA 5 run. You did a first-person playthrough early 2015, but not finished. What happened? I'll explain it yet again, alright? So, my original run of Grand Theft Auto 5 was on the Xbox 360. It was the launch. Remember, it came out in September of 2013. All right. Now, within 2 months of that, both new consoles came out, both the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. And of course, Rockstar, I really feel like Rockstar did this to double dip. Like, this was their plan all along. They figured if we release this game early on the current gen console, everyone's going to buy it. But then we can easily port it to the next gen console in 1 year and just up the frame rate. And now everyone's going to buy it again. And that's literally exactly what happened. Like, no exaggeration. That's exactly what happened. And so what happened was I did my first playthrough, everyone loved it. And then a year passed. So it was like November, December 2014. And all my viewers were saying, are you going to play GTA 5 again? And I was like, well, do you really want me to? I played it a year ago. I mean, the playthrough's fresh in our minds. Does it really make sense for me to replay the game again? People were like, yes. I was like, all right, if you guys, want me to do it, I'll do it. So I bought the game again, full price, another $60. And we started with the playthrough. As I said, I just looked it up. Back then, my videos were only 10 minutes long each, okay? So we started playing it, and within 2 streams, people were bored. I only played it 8 hours. And then people got so bored, they're like, it's the same game, there's really no changes. Yeah, you're playing it as a first-person game, but it's really identical. I mean, seeing 60 frames is kind of cool, but it's really not that much of a change from the original. And therefore, people got so bored, they just asked me to stop playing it and do other stuff, so I did. So, yeah, at the time, it seemed like everyone wanted it, and then as soon as I started, people were like, nah, it's too soon. So it happens sometimes, no blame to be passed here. Everyone thought maybe it would be interesting to see it again, but I guess it just really is too soon to play the same game twice in a year and a half, right? So, it was only 8 hours. It wasn't the full playthrough whatsoever. Like I said, the game is a minimum of 30 hours. So I wasn't even like a third or a fourth into it when we quit that second playthrough. So it's not a second playthrough. The first playthrough exists, and now we're doing the real second playthrough. That was just kind of an 8-hour demo of the first-person mode, and that was it, okay? So I hope that clarifies. No, this is not my third playthrough. This is my second playthrough, okay? Okay, let's do tips, and then let's talk about what I want to talk about. So, I received a $30 tip, and this one is from Game Trekker, and he says he wants to comment on his submission.
Oh, fuck that shit. Oh, no. Wait a second. This might not be Street Fighter. This might actually be a normal tip. Well, I say normal tip. This might have nothing to do with Street Fighter.
Or DSP reacts this week, and indeed you shall. However, allow me to play you a nice tip animation first, and allow me to get this tip on the leaderboard, our first major tip of the day.
Because it's not with Street Fighter, I'll keep it at 1.5 speed.
Alright. Thank you, Game Tracker. He says the following. I want to comment on my submission for the week. I know I've submitted one of your early Street Fighter 5 matches before. That was from the game's infamous beta.
Oh my fucking god, he submitted a Street Fighter video for DSP Reacts. I'm speeding up. I'm speeding up to 2 times. He actually submitted a Street Fighter video for DSP Reacts. Fuck that. 2 times speed.
This match today is actually from the game's infamous launch. Yeah, there's not a huge distinction, but there's 3 reasons that I submitted this video. Number 1, it's hilarious and I can't help myself. Number 2, now that you played a bunch of Street Fighter 6, it's pertinent to compare it to launch to that Street Fighter 5. Here's the simple truth. No matter how good a game's netcode is, there's only so much you can do to tell the truly shitty connection. We've seen how Street Fighter 6 handles bad connections now. Let's directly compare it to the previous entry's tech. And then number 3, in a recent episode of your podcast, someone super chatted with the suggestion you watch old Street Fighter 5 matches. They didn't provide any reason or context for doing so, they just suggested it. So I guess here's some context for it. Alright, so I guess we're gonna be watching a Street Fighter 5 match from the launch of Street Fighter 5. I just tell you the game is terrible. I know how bad it was, so I guess we're watching that today on the show. Alright? Alright. I also received a $2 tip from Zangief's Wrestling Pants. He's like, can't wait for Phil's Fast and Furious 15-year festivities. Have a good stream today. Thank you very much to Zangief's Pants. They must smell interesting. Thank you for the $2 tip.
I was a cute 2 times speed until he's funny.
I just see 2 super chats. The first from Mango Jewel Pods. I think Game Checker has a crush on me. Well, there you go. And then Lord Prince Albert did a super chat. He says, I've arrived. Everyone pull out your Vaseline. That's absolutely disgusting, but it's good to have you here. Lord Prince Albert, welcome to the stream. Okay. Very nice. Speaking of Vaseline, that's how Zangief gets his pants on now. Anyway, alright, guys. It's time to get to the subject at hand, alright? Last night.
So now I'm going to fucking slow it down. I'm actually kind of curious about the subject. We're going to just keep it at 1.5 speed and see what this apparently fascinating subject is all about.
I'm relaxing, alright? Getting ready for sleep, slumber. and I'm looking for something to watch, all right? And I'm just browsing through YouTube, and of course my YouTube feed is now full of Street Fighter 6 videos because I've been watching Street Fighter Tech videos pretty much every time I play the game to try to learn strategies and things with the characters I'm using. It's worked really well, by the way. Like you haven't noticed, every time I take a character into rank, I seem to know one or two new things that is really useful. So anyway, I'm on YouTube and I'm browsing through, and something pops into my feed. You ready for this, guys? The big build up. I know I've been building it up. The name of the video, and don't quote me on this, it's not word for word, but the name of the video is something like this. You ready? LTG can't handle the jab, jab, jab. Now, immediately I read the title of this video.
So you're discussing a video about another content creator, and why? That was me thinking it's going to be something interesting or pertinent, but no, it's Phil was having fun. Other fucking toxic content creators getting pissed off with basic jabs in the Street Fighter 6.
Can I just move to another universe, please?
Yeah, on you go, man. If you want to bail, you can, by the way.
I just want to. This is just like, it's like he's trying to deliver a cake, and then you realise, oh, hang on, it's one of those tiny little micro things that goes on a cake.
Yeah, it's like made of plastic, yeah.
And I know it's a Street Fighter 6 video, and I think in my head, oh no. So basically, he probably is complaining about Street Fighter 6, the same thing I've been complaining about. That there's too many characters who can just mash jab, and it interrupts everything you do. And I'm thinking, this is probably going to be like a salty compilation video, right? Like it's going to be like a 10-minute video where they just take him freaking out about Street Fighter 6 people mashing jab and interrupting everything he does. That's what I thought it was going to be, all right? So I click on the video, and much to my surprise, that's not what it is at all. What this is an hour-long edit where basically they took matches that he was playing. And it's weird because I think the matches they picked were the ones he lost, but at the same time, it's not like there were matches where he was getting like blown out constantly and freaking out. I don't know. I just think what it is that people like to act like things are way more drama than they are. I didn't find the video to be too overdramatic at all. Like, I mean, he got angry a few times during the matches for sure. So do I, you know? I mean, I think sometimes I actually get way more worked up than he did in this video, right? But I don't know, like it was fascinating because I've literally never watched LTG gameplay before. Just being honest, the first time I've ever watched this guy play anything. I don't watch his content. I don't know anything about how he streams or whatever. And I actually watched almost the entire video. Like, basically, I became absolutely fascinated with this content, okay? Allow me to explain why. There was multiple reasons why I was fascinated by this content, okay? Like, so many things were going on.
Okay,
yeah, sorry. I was about to say, can I jump in?
Go for it.
Phil, we know you watch them because, oh god, how long ago was it when he mentioned the $30 for a webcam? It was either like one of the early level 1 podcasts or something else where he mentions it.
I can't even mind.
Somebody will remember that. Somebody mentions basically, he goes like, I'm going to set my webcam like this, and you pay me $30 just to see my face.
I mean, he's definitely fully aware of who LTG is. In fact, the two have played each other in a fighting game before, just by sheer random chance, I think. You know, the actual thing got paired together, and I think DSP won. I'm not sure, but yes.
That's not saying much.
I know. But yeah, it's just, I don't know why. Let's put it this way, guys. Phil's big talking point.
Thank you, Jack.
Phil's big talking point today isn't actually that fucking interesting. I've gone back to 2x speed because Phil was talking about Street Fighter.
Alright, so number one, his layout. Okay, here's my layout when I stream. Okay, here's my layout. As you can see, you know, okay, keep in mind this camera should be fitting into this frame right here. But you see my layout? I would consider that my layout is a minimalist layout, all right? And what I mean by that is, as you can see, I give the game 95% of the real estate on my screen. For me, when I'm playing the game, it's about the game, right? LTG layout essentially is, he's over here in the upper left-hand corner, and he's got a big widescreen camera. Below him is his stream chat. And I think he's streaming on Twitch currently, so below him is the Twitch. So this whole third of the screen over here is him and his chat, okay? Then over here, like this segment of the screen is the game, but it's small. It's like crushed, like small. And then he's got like stuff on the bottom of the screen running that says what music he's currently playing. He's one of those streamers that he doesn't use the game's natural soundtrack. He has one of those, he just plays his own custom soundtrack, and it's all video game music, which, by the way, I actually liked a lot of the music. He's playing like old Street Fighter tunes and stuff. I was like, this is good music, actually. Some, but not all of it. Like, he was playing like Mega Man X8, and I was like, oh, I can't stand the later Mega Man X shit. But he was doing some good stuff, like Street Fighter Future Strike, old Mega Man game. I was like, these are pretty good tunes. Like, this is good stuff. But to me, if I'm playing a game, I want the natural soundtrack from the game to come through. I never understood streamers who play other music over the game. I don't know, I guess it was always a common thing or a popular thing to do. I never did. I always just played the game soundtrack, right?
Excuse me?
Have we hit YouTuber jealousy yet? It feels like we're very close to YouTuber jealousy, but he's not really properly demonstrated it. He's borderline.
Yes, I'd say we hit YouTube.
YouTuber jealousy. I'll say
yes, but I'd also like to point out. I'd also like to point out the hypocrisy you just made about basically not hearing about listening to the natural music. Phil, GTA 5.
LTG also gets 2,000 viewers a stream, says Lawless, so there you fucking go. Most people are saying he's not being jealous yet, but it could very well happen anytime soon. We're kind of on the precipice of it, you know, it feels like we're right on the fucking edge of it.
So he's doing that and he says the track. But the other thing, like there's stream stats going on, and the stream stats were baffling. Okay, allow me to explain what I mean by that. According to his stream stats, when LTG streams Street Fighter 6, he's got 2,000 viewers.
Okay, jealousy.
This is jealousy.
Jealousy, I'm taking it. Oh, Phil's face, man. Phil's annoyed fucking face. LTG's successful? But he's like me! Oh, let's see that one more fucking time.
Okay, allow me to explain what I mean by that. According to his stream stats, when LTG streams Street Fighter 6, he's got 2,000 viewers. Really? LTG has 2,000 live viewers on Twitch when he streams Street Fighter 6? That's great! My jaw dropped. I was like, holy shit, he has 2,000 viewers when he plays Street Fighter 6? He's gotta be one of the top Street Fighter 6 guys, if that's the case. I'm not aware that the FTC gets that kind of views on just random, I know it's a tournament stream or whatever, but this is him just randomly playing, right? I mean, he's doing something right. If that's his honest viewership he gets every time he plays Street Fighter 6, he's doing really good for himself, and that's good for him. I was actually blown away. I had no clue this guy got that kind of attention, right? So that was interesting. But the thing that got me at the same time was, like, for example, he has his chat on the screen. I didn't see a single piece of intelligent thought out of his chat. Like, it just seemed like it was the normal, what they call the normal Twitch stream monsters for fighting games. They're just spamming dumb memes and shit. They're insulting him when he's playing. They're just being toxic. And I was looking at this and I'm like, I don't actually see a single reason to have that on the screen. Like, it's not adding to the stream. In my opinion, it actually took away. I would rather see more of the game than the chat. The chat was too distracting and was very stupid. Like, I didn't get why the chat was on the screen. It wasn't entertaining. It didn't add anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, the audience that was there, yeah, a lot of them were toxic towards him. And I was like, I don't think this makes sense to have that on the screen then. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand that. The other thing that got me, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be shockingly honest here. So I watched this. It was an hour. Now, I guess this hour comprised 2 different sessions: a Friday night session and a Saturday session that he played. And both times he's playing it from 2 to 4 in the morning. He has the time, his local time on the screen when he plays. And I'm like, geez. Like, I could never imagine playing Street Fighter at 2 to 4 in the morning. That would be the time that I want to play it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be playing it at prime time, and he's playing like 2 to 4 in the morning. Like, holy shit, right? I don't know how he's doing that and falling asleep, honestly. So he's playing at these times, and the thing that I noticed, so it's, I watched an hour. It was an hour video. But each, the segment, I guess if it was unedited, it would have been like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. But I'm noticing, with 2,000 viewers, okay, now this is me being honest, this is not me shit talking. He wasn't getting any contributions at all. Like, he had on his screen, he has all these stats and shit all over his screen. At the top of his screen, it's like, this person resubbed for this many months, and this person, or whenever someone would contribute, there'd be like a pop-up on his screen, that's a covenant or something. Or sometimes if someone did like a $3 tip, it would do the AI talk, or it would say something that they wanted to say or whatever, right? So, he's basically, he's talking and doing his gameplay, and he's got 2,000 viewers on the stream, and the only thing I'm seeing is toxic shit in his chat, and really very few people supporting him. And I was like, wow, that kind of sucks. Imagine if you were getting tons of viewers, but maybe what it is that the vast majority of viewers this guy gets are all people who don't like him, and they're just being real toxic to him. I actually started to feel bad. I was like, that sucks ass, if that's the case. Again, I don't know, this is the first time I've ever watched this guy's content. So imagine you're bringing...
Phil, you're not really coming across as fucking concerned for LTG here. It seems like you fucking watched it because you're fucking enjoying the suffering or whatever. Like, yeah. He's like, oh, I only get 200 fucking views usually, but I get $150 sometimes from those morons.
Hot, kettle, black.
Yeah, like, Phil, if people want to give you fucking money, they'll give you fucking money. LTG is a prominent fucking lol to himself, just like you are, Phil Bonnell. So LTG fucking does things where it's like, oh, I'm going to fucking... He'll fucking rant and rave and all that shit. Also saying how's it different from my streams? Exactly. It's just... Phil,
also, sorry.
No, you go first to figure it out.
Also, DSP, Stream Advisor.
It's just, I'm so fucking confused why Phil felt he felt it was, pertinent for him to bring us up. Like, he felt discussing another content creator. Basically, someone who's like, I don't know if rival would be the right word, or peer or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think of LTG as a rival to DSP, but they're in the same area. They're both playing fighting games, for example. I know Phil fucking plays a variety of fucking games, but he plays Street Fighter 6, and they both play Street Fighter 6, and they're both playing it quite a lot, and they both have some sort of kind of history doing it kind of barely fucking competitively, And it's like, but I don't know. Phil this feels like Phil's trying to flex on them. It really does. This feels like a fucking flex. A game trucker fucking gave him $30 straight away. He's like, LTG only got $3 from someone. It's like, why is this anyone's, and why tell us? If this fella's trying to flex on LTG, it feels like a wee bit.
Let's just continue this like sheep being run through a minefield.
Bringing in thousands of viewers, tons of viewership, but the people are there just to basically take a dump on you, rather than actually support what you're doing. Like, I was like, that sucks, right? For me, listen, I know I got trolls, but I also know that I got a good number of people. Every stream I do, I got hundreds of people who are here to be positive, to be happy.
Bullshit. Hundreds?
Lies.
Dozens, maybe dozens, if that.
To have a good time with me. It's not every single time I play a game people are here to dump. Listen, you guys razz me. I get it. When I play Street Fighter, especially, you guys fucking razz me. All right, I get that. But I was just shaking my head. I don't get it. I see a toxic chat. Oh, by the way, this is another thing too. His chat wasn't really moving that much. And I'm wondering if he has a lot of moderation on his chat, because his chat wasn't moving as much. If there's 2,000 people on the stream, why wasn't many people chatting? And I'm wondering maybe because he gets so much trolling, he has to have a lot of moderation on his stream, like mine too. That I get, all right? See, I'm trying to be reasonable here. This is the first time I ever watched him, any of his content. Now, basically, again, it's fascinating, because you're sitting there, and you're watching it, and you're just trying to understand it, because, I'm a streamer just like him, and I didn't get it. Like, his chat didn't seem to work like my chat. His views were way more than mine, but at the same time, it seemed like he was getting way less support than me, and it was so confusing. I was just like, it was really weird. It was like he studied almost, trying to see how this worked, right? So anyway, that's... A lot of people in chat are saying he viewbots. I have no idea. I'm not going to accuse the guy of anything. I'm just giving you my factual observations from watching this hour, okay? That's my factual observation from what I saw, all right? Now, let's talk about the actual content, all right? First of all, immediately when I started watching, I wanted to commentate on the match. I was dying to commentate. I was like, dude, I would love to watch this live with my audience and commentate on the gameplay. Because I'll tell you.
We have our first bingo stream because Phil just said, dude. Fantastic stuff. Right. Yeah, so we're actually doing quite well. We are 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 7 away technically from a full house, but however, we have a free space thanks to Phil snorting up a storm. He's had 28 snorts. If he snorts 40 times, that's a second free space. And we're free burps away as well from a free space there as well. So,
and don't forget to like the bingo, folks. I mean,
course.
Jack does a good job. You need our help.
I do an okay job. But yeah, it's in your own best interest. Guys, if you like the stream enough, give you another free space. We're 7 away, but we could potentially have 4 free spaces here. So, I'm just saying there, it's in your own best interest to like your stream so we can get 100 likes and you guys can earn a free space. I can get to see that Bubbles animation, that Pixar animation so very kindly made for us all as well.
Some of the things he says, I agree with when it comes to the gameplay of the game. He's mad because certain characters are getting away with just jabbing like crazy and interrupting his stuff. I agree. I think that the game has a big problem with that there's certain easy mode characters who can just fucking walk up jab or react jab, wake up jab, and they beat everything. And that's actually what the name of the video I think was trying to poke fun at, but it's a valid criticism.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
I was a big fan of Peace, clearly. Thank you very much, Elena Guardian, for the super chat. It says Phil wants to go back to Twitch badly. I would disagree. Well, okay, the thing is though, I genuinely think that Phil.
I think it's easy to say that Phil wants more money badly.
He misses
and Twitch is the best place that can help him get that.
He earned more money on Twitch. Twitch fucking made him more money for sure. It was easier for him to do things, but at the same time, though, he hated the way Twitch ran because it was easier for him to fucking get in trouble in Twitch as well. YouTube don't give a shit, and Phil's made that perfectly fucking clear. It's clear to us all. But Phil misses Twitch's income. He doesn't miss Twitch. He misses the financial incentive of being on Twitch. But a lot of those things that Twitch had, some of them have moved over to YouTube. For example, the artistic Nathan Smith, who has given Phil over 100 memberships in the last few weeks, he just gave another one right there to Phil. One more gifted membership for his audience, so there you fucking go. The fact that you can gift memberships, which was a big thing on Twitch, but YouTube didn't have it until it was last year or something. And then Phil has more. He's almost got more gifted members than he has organic members. Also saying Prime subs is what he misses. Yeah, I could very well be as well. Prime subs. That could be why Phil's trying to push YouTube Red, YouTube Premium, whatever it's fucking called these days. Because I feel like Phil would probably get a decent cut of that as well if there's more people that are subscribed to YouTube Premium and they watch his shit. Because he just automatically gets that kind of ad revenue money that would normally have been played if ads had been played, you know. But instead, people are on YouTube Premium, so he gets some money for that instead.
I think I've got the perfect caption for this. Peace, love, and tips.
Jesus. Let's see if I can get a good pause here. I could be right there. Hold on. I can try and get a wee photo here. Hold on. I don't like the fact that he's looking at the cat instead of the TV though. You know, like sadly, yeah. If he was looking dead ahead, it would have been good. Did I do it twice? Oh, hold on. There we go. Actually, we can get a chance here. Redemption run. Sadly, that may be the best we get it. There we go. So he looked over a second time. So here we go. He's looking at the camera. His beard is looking very grey today. You can actually see a lot of grey in his beard. See that shit?
This is the amount of fucks I give about my chat.
Give me a second here. Phil's hair is looking so fucking weird today, man. I actually fucking kind of missed the days where he fucking just put water through his hair and just flattened that shit. It's such a tall hair. It's weird to see his hair go from here and then goes all the way up. It's like slowly turning into some sort of fucking strange afro. It seems like it's just getting taller and taller. Anyway, let's see how this picture turns out.
John, you forget he runs out of them fairly quickly.
The finger looks like it's on fire a little bit, but other than that, it's a decent little... not bad. There we fucking go. Yeah, all good. There we go. But yeah, here we go. Right. Let's go back to the bingo. Back to the bingo.
mode characters who could just fucking walk up jab or react jab, wake up jab, and they beat everything. And that's actually what the name of the video I think was trying to poke fun at, but it's a valid criticism of Street Fighter 6 in my opinion. So I was kind of agreeing with him on a lot of that, alright? And basically, you know, I was enjoying it because I was actually watching it neutrally. I wasn't against LTG, but also I wasn't like pro LTG. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just trying to watch it objectively. And I was starting to analyze his gameplay, and I was starting to see some flaws in his gameplay that I think that he could dramatically improve his gameplay if he made some changes. But one thing immediately baffled me. Maybe you guys can answer this for me, because I would love an answer if you guys have an answer. For those of you familiar with LTG, okay? So this was gameplay from Friday and Saturday of this past week. So this was yesterday and the day before. So he plays two characters in Street Fighter 6. Marisa? Excuse me. Oh man. He plays Marisa and he plays JP. Those are his two main characters. I don't know if he uses anyone else, but that's all for this compilation. That's all that they showed is that he had those two characters. Okay. So here's number one. What confused me. So he plays Street Fighter 6 a lot, right? I would assume he plays more than me. That's his game. That's what he's getting views. I think 2,000 viewers a stream every time he plays the game. So this is what he's playing, right? So his Marisa is, I would assume, his lower character. She's 1-star diamond. Okay, so kind of the same level, maybe the same level as my Luke. I would argue that my Zangief and my Lily are coming up, and they're gonna hit diamond very soon. So it sounds like his Marisa is kind of like a secondary character, and she's like 1-star diamond. Okay, but his best character is JP, right? And he's only 2-star diamond. And I was like, if you've been playing this game nonstop since the game came out, how is he only 2-star diamond? You know, my Blanca is 4-star diamond, and I don't play that much, like once a week.
He's definitely flexing here. This is not fucking Phil trying to be a good guy to LDG. This is Phil flexing the fuck out of how he's fucking doing better with one character than LTG's best one is at.
I don't give a crap. Somebody send this to LTG. Somebody send this to
LTG will
him,
hear it.
please.
I guarantee you, LTG will fucking see this and like, I don't know if he'll care. He may not even fucking care. I don't think he thinks that well of Phil, to be honest. I don't think he really values him as much as what is worth time worth wasting on.
I play Blanca, if that, and I'm 4-star diamond. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I wonder what's going on here. So immediately that's what hit me. I was like, dude, I thought for sure he'd be like master. I thought for sure LTG would be master rank. I'm not even shitting you. If he's playing this nonstop, I thought he'd be master rank. I would think that most people in the FTC who are playing real hard are master rank by now. I'm one of the few, you know, I like the game and I played it a bunch, but I'm not master rank because number one, I'm not playing it full time, and number two, I'm playing a variety of characters. You know, I got Blanca, Luke, Lily, Zangief, Ryu, I'm having a brain fart now, the characters I've been using. I'm actually having a legit brain fart. Marisa, right? And then I do variations of other characters as well, like throwing in like Honda or Dalsim or other characters. You know, I played a variety of characters over the course that I played this game. I split my time. I've only been focusing on one or two characters, which it seems that's what he's doing. If he's really only playing JP and Marisa, right? I kind of scratch my head, how is he only 2-star diamond? Now Mango says actually he has 2 accounts and he's switching between them. Alright, that would be a legitimate reason, and that's what I'm looking for. Because my mind was blown. I was like, how can he only be 2-star diamond? I really was confused. So that's good to know. So if he's playing 2 accounts, maybe he's trying to avoid trolling, maybe he's trying to avoid fucked up stuff happening to him. Ricky says he has 2 accounts, one is for JP, one is for Marisa. If he rage quits on the JP, then he'll change to the Marisa. Oh wait. Well, if that's the case, then that's not what I thought. I thought you guys were saying he has 2 accounts, and he uses both characters on both accounts, and basically he's diamond in both. That's why he really enough wins to get master on either. What you're saying is he has 1 account just for Marisa and 1 account just for JP, so then it doesn't matter. It just means he's not getting the wins. Anyway, that was my first major observation, all right? And then the other observation, again, I have never seen LTG play a fighting game before. I'm serious. This is my first exposure to it at all, all right? So he's playing, and basically whenever something happens that's upsetting to him, like for example, he's doing a combo, he drops the combo, and the enemy mashes jab, and off of jab, they get a giant punish combo that's like 60%. Or, you know, there were some situations that I agree are bullshit that happened to me too. I'm trying to remember specifically 1 or 2 that happened. Oh, like a Honda, a Scrubby online Honda. And he's just getting lucky with reversal headbutt and shit, and then Honda will do like a random level 3 super. So here's what LTG does. When he's about to lose the match, he closes, he quits the dashboard. He doesn't close the game, he just quits the dashboard. And then he waits like 20 seconds, and then he goes back to the game. And I was like, why does he do that? I was actually really confused. Like, I
think people do that, I think, to avoid getting punished for closing the game. Like, if you quit the dashboard immediately, I think the game thinks you're disconnected naturally. I'm not sure if that is actually the case, but I think it's a way of trying to trick the game into believing that you didn't actually rage quit because the game closed on you. I don't know. It's strange that the game... Some games punish you for doing that, though. It's actually strange to me that Street Fighter doesn't do that.
You might have to flip to a backup, though, soon, in terms of stream.
Oh yeah, that's no worries. D-Dog's already got me covered. D-Dog's got his own version saved as well. So if it does a stream soon, we can just kind of ask how far are we behind. We're right now behind Phil by almost 20 minutes.
He's not pulling the plug. He's not like disconnecting or rage quitting. He just quits the dashboard. But then he goes back into the game. The game's still running. And I'm like, why is he doing that? And it wasn't once or twice. He was doing this like the entire compilation. It was an hour compilation. He was doing it like every match he lost. And I was like, why is he doing that? I was confused. Because here's the thing. All right, let's say for example it's an ego thing.
Hey, it's another fucking bingo because Phil said here's a thing. Fucking hooray for that. What I might actually do is I actually just might get D-Dog's version now because we're definitely going to lose out on seeing like the rest of this shit. You know, we're going to miss out. So oops, click the wrong thing. So I can actually just try and get that sorted now. Give me a second here. Let me get D-Dog's link up. It just feels like it makes more sense for me to use D-Dog's version. You know, just we know it's going to go down anyway because Phil's officially right now telling people to go to his other channel right now because and he's going to private the first one. So if we just get it sorted now.
You know what you could do as like a little thing? Have like a community post where you basically just where people send like clips for the soundboard.
You mean for bingo clips here?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've sent you another one on Discord, which I think might be an option.
You saw it. Is that a thing you sent with the Dr. Cox going wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's a good clip. Is this?
It's a way to get the community involved more than Phil does.
Yeah, very true, very true. I mean, to be fair, sometimes it happens. Some of the shit you send me, you know what I mean? I end up sometimes using. So yeah, it happens anyway, kind of that way. Okay. I'm always welcome to, I'm always welcome to people sending me things to use for the card or whatever, for the soundboard, sound effects, whatever, you know what I mean? It's always welcome, you know what I mean? So people can definitely do that if they want to. If they've got a thing, cool wee things to, send. I mean, the soundboard stuff though, I try my best not to overly use it, Also, anytime we have a full roll completed in the bingo, say, is we're bringing attention to that, so I'll play the fucking horns. But I do try and not spam it, if that makes sense as well. I don't want it to be something that I use too much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. Literally, just like I'm not saying it should be on there permanently. It's like I don't know, like a small rotation set. Of like, okay, I'd like blah, blah, like the
Good point, well made. Yeah, most century melody.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely something. People can definitely send things if they want to. I'll take it into consideration. I may add it.
Just make a community post saying, okay, these will be on here for the next month or so.
Oh, that kind of thing. I don't know. You got to bear in mind, I'm an extremely lazy bastard. Extremely lazy bastard. Anyway.
Well, you are Scottish.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We can speak English. Anyway, let's see. So this is by the way, this is thanks to D-Dog. D-Dog had a backup version of the bingo. I'll say the bingo, the podcast. D-Dog.
Oh dear.
D-Dog. Buddy.
Unmod him right now.
I think you forgot to include audio for DSP. Because this is not, yeah, D-Dog. I do appreciate D-Dog's efforts. Don't get me wrong. And film having no audio is a huge improvement. But
it's MST3K this shit.
Yeah. So would it? The stream's okay. We can't use D-Dog's version, okay? But thankfully there is a recent other addition as well to the Tractor Universe Raw Fill. Okay, we can use Raw Fill's version. Bear with me here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get raw. Here we go. Raw Fill.
I'm still waiting for cooked Phil.
We'll use Raw Fill instead, okay? Thanks anyway, D-Dog. I did try, but there was no audio whatsoever. Oh my god, poor D-Dog. That's such an unlucky thing. It's like, that's so unlucky. I do appreciate anyway, D-Dog, don't get me wrong, but don't worry about it, pal. It's okay. Like, it's nice to have backups and other backups or backups not, you know what I mean? It's okay, we've got Raw Fill to save the day here.
Now, like literally.
There we go, there's audio there. Let's see, are we at the right spot yet? Hold on. Let me speed up to 2 times and see how far behind we are.
You could find his matches and see him lose every match he's ever played. So it was very confusing that he does it. I didn't get it. Like, I didn't understand what the purpose of that was. And then the other thing that got me. So he would lose a match and he would blacklist the person. Now, admittedly, I think.
Okay, I think we're pretty much there. I'll just remind you to be sure. But I think we're at a spot where I left off before so here we go. D-Dog says I just saw that the mute was on. It happens. Don't worry, D-Dog. I appreciate it anyway, pal. But it happens.
At least the camera was on.
Yeah, the camera's on, yeah. And plus, having no audio from Phil is usually a blessing. It really is.
Save it. Please save it. And just MST3K it.
Oh my goodness, right, so anyway, let's just crack on. Reminder, guys, we have one free space already, thanks to Phil snorting or storm today. We are one burp away from a second free space, and you guys could potentially get a third free space if you like the stream enough. 100 likes equals another free space. So we're only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 away from a full house, but we have potentially 3 free spaces coming up. If you guys like the stream enough, and the Phil burps one more time, that'll be 3 free spaces, which means we only need 3 of these things technically to happen. So, no pressure, but like the stream, you bams. Thanks.
Previous Street Fighter games, maybe he's like, I don't want to give that person the satisfaction of watching a video where I lose to them and they get to see the animation of them killing me. But the thing is with Street Fighter 6, every single match is archived.
I think I still need to rewind this to try and catch where we fucking left off there, because we're talking about fucking disconnecting from the console.
Something happens that's upsetting to him. Like, for example, he's doing a combo, he drops the combo, and the enemy mashes jab.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to play it from this point on. Give it 2 times speed.
And off of jab, they get a giant punish combo that's like 60%. Or, you know, there were some situations that I agree are bullshit that happened to me too. I'm trying to remember specifically 1 or 2 that happened. Oh, like a Honda, a scrubby online Honda. And he's just getting lucky with reversal headbutt and shit. And then Honda, he'll do like a random level 3 super. So here's what LTG does. When he's about to lose the match, he quits the dashboard. He doesn't close the game, he just quits the dashboard. And then he waits like 20 seconds and then he goes back to the game. And I was like, why does he do that? I was actually really confused. Like, he's not pulling plug, he's not like disconnecting or rage quitting, he just quits the dashboard. But then he goes back into the game, the game's still running. And I'm like, why is he doing that? And it wasn't once or twice, he was doing this like the entire compilation, it was an hour compilation. He was doing it like every match he lost. And I was like, why is he doing that? I was confused. Because here's the thing, all right? Let's say, for example, it's an ego thing. Let's say he just can't stand losing and watching himself lose. Okay, and the thing is, in previous Street Fighter games, maybe he's like, I don't want to give that person the satisfaction of watching a video where I lose to them and they get to see the animation of them killing me. But the thing is with Street Fighter 6, every single match is archived. Every match you play online, the code is there, and anyone can go watch it from like a third-party view. Like, you don't have to be watching my stream to watch my matches. You can go access my matches outside of my streams and watch them back anyway. That's how Street Fighter 6 works. So for him to quit to the dashboard doesn't actually like make any sense. It's not like you're not, I can understand like Street Fighter 4 or 5, ha, I'm taking away your satisfaction of seeing the animation of you beating me because I quit the dashboard, you didn't get to see the end of the round, right? People can go see it right now. Like literally you could find his matches and see him lose every match he's ever played. So it was very confusing that he does it. I didn't get it. Like I didn't understand what the purpose of that was. And then the other thing that got me. So he would lose a match and he would blacklist the person. Now admittedly I think this is a shtick. I think this is 100% his shtick. He does this to get views and he does it because it's funny. When he loses a match and he'll even say shit like, I couldn't believe it. He was like, he's fighting a platinum player. All right, he's in diamond, he's fighting a platinum. And he's fighting, he's like, oh my god, why am I facing a platinum level player when I'm in diamond? This is unacceptable. I don't know why they're matching me with this player. And then he beats the player, right? That's a free win. That's free points for him to rank up. And he goes, oh, I don't want to play platinum anymore. And he goes and he blacklists the player, blocks him so he'll never play him ever again. I was like, isn't that counterproductive? You banned the person who you could easily beat and you get points to rank up even further. Why did you ban them? Like, why would you block them? And there's other people like basically when, you know, he loses to anything, if he loses to a cheap guess, if he loses to a bullshit mix-up, if he drops a combo, if he, you know, all these things, he blacklists the person. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, immediately, you gotta think about how it works, how Street Fighter 6 works, okay? The way the netcode works is that it looks for optimal connections, but it also looks for people with skill level similar to you in rank, but it also looks for regions. And a lot of people aren't aware of this, but it does. Street Fighter 6 is regional based. So you may have noticed the last 2 times that I played Street Fighter 6 rank, sometimes I'm playing the same person 2 or 3 times in the same session. You might say, wait a minute, there's like a million people who bought this game. At any given time, there's probably like 100,000 people online playing. Why are you playing the same people over and over? Because it's region based. So a lot of the times I'm playing people in this Pacific Northwest US over and over just because they're closer to me, you see? So if he's blacklisting players, all right, what he's essentially doing is he's killing his player pool. And here, so let's say he lives, I have no idea where he lives, 0. Let's say he lives in New York City. This is hypothetical, I have no idea where he lives. If he lives in New York City, and every player he plays and loses to, he blacklists. What he's now doing is he's making it so that the game is going to have to say, okay, fuck New York, start looking further, oh, he lives in Cali? I didn't even know that. So okay, so start looking further out, outside of your range. So now, essentially, you're forcing the game to find people with worse connections. So now, you're going to face people who are laggier to you. You see what I'm saying? And so, if this guy, every time he plays, he's blocking 10, 20, 30 players, he's essentially destroying his whole region. He'll never play anyone from his region. He'll only play people from further away, and all that's going to happen is the connections are going to get worse and worse, until eventually when he goes to play, all he's going to have are laggy people. So, doing what he's doing is counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm watching the video, I'm like, I don't get it. Maybe it's an ego thing with the quitting the dashboard, but the blocking of the people just doesn't even make like logical sense. This guy's gonna shoot himself in the foot. Eventually he's gonna have no one to play with that's not gonna lag. And this is a game that he's obviously, by the way, he's shitting on the game constantly. He's saying things such as, this game sucks, this is the most noob-friendly Street Fighter. And I mean, everyone has said that for every Street Fighter that's come out in the last 15 years. I said it for Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5, I said, I don't even think Street Fighter 5 was a Street Fighter game. It was a pattern play game online. It was complete shit, okay? I agree there. But, excuse me, but, you know, Street Fighter 6 to some extent, I agree, there's a lot of scrubby shit in Street Fighter 6. There really is. There's a lot of scrubby shit. But at the same time, like, I'm trying to actively get better and learn. And I do feel like if I play it enough, and I practice enough, the scrubby shit won't come through anymore. Like, I feel like if I get characters to master, you're not gonna have to deal with drive impact spam anymore. You don't have to deal with people who just mash jab. It's gonna be a higher level of intelligence player who's playing at a higher competitive level. They're not gonna do those stupid online things that you're not expecting because they're trying to play like they're in a tournament. You understand? It's just a matter of getting through those ranks. But if he's doing what he's doing, again, he's kind of shooting himself in the foot and making it harder for him to get wins. I actually feel like if he didn't block people, he'd be getting better connections. And if he wisely, like for example, if you're spanking a platinum player, don't block that person. Keep them there. Play them again, get more free points, rank up higher, right? Like why would you block that person? It didn't make sense. I think he gets real heated, right? Like you see when I get heated, how I get bad. I get mad, I start swearing, I punch my fucking joystick, I start going crazy on my streams. You guys have seen it in the last 2 months. How when I get heated, how heated I get. It's weird because he gets mad, but then instead of like going crazy, he just immediately just like blocks, go to backward, block the player. Like that's his pattern to deal with when he gets heated. And I'm like, I don't know, I feel like he's hurting himself. Like maybe if he hadn't done this for the game, he would be a master rank right now, you know? And the other thing is, like, for example, I actually feel like doing the commentary on a video of his would be cool because I see things in his game that I know he can improve. That I'm looking at, I'm like, dude, if he just did this, he'd be doing so much better. He'd be winning this match. And I'm watching, I'm like, dude, maybe I should do commentary, not just on him, but maybe I can do commentary on my Street Fighter video. Because I'm learning the game, and as I'm learning, I'm seeing the holes in other people's game. And I'm like, dude, he can
Oh
improve dramatically just a
god,
few things that I saw.
oh
Like,
god, oh
his game was so
god,
much better.
no, please, no, please, no, nine, nay, no, never even go into this because the last time I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough one.
And I don't drink.
Yeah, alcohol would be very good right about now, wouldn't it?
I think what it is that he plays a certain way, and I think, I'll be honest, maybe he just doesn't get any help. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me to have that Diaphone player watch my gameplay, comment on it.
He made fun of you, but you know, Diaphone made fun of your ass the other night for the fucking low ping equals bad fucking drop move shit.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to Black Metro. Super Chat says, Glass House's Piggle, you'd make more money if you didn't block and ban all the trolls who send money to insult you. I think that's sadly fucking true. I mean, look at some fucking people like Wings. Wings, I don't think actually blocks many of his trolls, does he? He seems like, as annoyed as he gets with them, it kind of seemingly fucking likes to bring them on as well because they do end up fucking giving them money. And they give them like content as well and like discussions. But Phil bringing up Diaphone there is a funny one to me, because if we go like to Twitter again, I don't even know how to find the bastard thing. Hold on.
I've got the analogy for this. Wings is okay. You know the clown dunking game where you throw like the ball at the target and the clown falls in. Wings is the guy who will accept anyone having a go, even having multiple goes. He's fine with it because they're paying to have a go. DSP is the one who goes, right, everyone gets one go each, and if anyone has a second go, they're gone. They're kicked out the park. And it's like, that actually sounds like, yeah, you missed, you're gone.
I mean, it could very well be, but by the way, Plum Switcher on Twitter already tweeting at LTG saying DSP's talking how he teach low tier god how to play Street Fighter 6 better. And as we call it there, how about you leave him alone? Phil's already ignored your DM to play from Jesus Christ. Pretty much, aye. The account I want to look for is like the Street Fighter 6, this one, Scrub Quotes. Because Scrub Quotes has something here, and it talks about Phil again. Here it is here. So, the better connection, the worse the game is according to DSP, I guess is his latest cope. And it's just like a bunch of other videos. It's just also the Scrub Quotes reacting to Phil, saying it's literally easier to react when there's more delay. When there's less delay because of netcode, it actually makes you drop your input. And Diaphone was tweeted at, he was at it there. It's a lol Diaphone, like I was saying, bro, it never ever stops. And Diaphone's like, this is the next level take, lol. And yeah, it's an incredible fucking take, and most people are just fucking laughing at him. So Diaphone, if he thinks that Phil's been ridiculous with this, he might not be in his good books much longer. Phil's still quite respectful to him now, not shit, you know what I mean, it seems, but if Diaphone starts being a bit more critical of Phil and some of the dumbass takes he has, then he might end up in a doghouse too, along with the rest of the fucking planet.
And I'm like, dude, he can improve dramatically with just a few quick things that I saw. Like, his game could get so much better. And I think what it is that he plays a certain way, and I think, I'll be honest, maybe he just doesn't get any help. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me to have that Diaphone player watch my gameplay, comment on it, and give me legit feedback. What did Diaphone say? Diaphone said, stop doing drive reversal. Guess what I stopped doing? Drive reversal. I almost never use it now. Start parrying. Guess what I started doing? Parrying all the time. Guess what happened? I started stopping rushdown constantly. Parrying has dramatically improved my game. When I get heated, calm down, get up, walk around, talk with your audience, take a break. That is something I'm getting better at doing. Admittedly, I don't do it all the time, but I started doing it, and I'm getting, like, it's helping. It's helping. Look what happened with Luke on Friday night. The whole first hour of Luke was a disaster. Every match I'm losing, I'm so heated, my whole body was covered in sweat. I'm serious. My whole fucking body was covered in sweat. I was so upset. And then what happened? I took a break, I used the bathroom, I came back, I talked with you guys. We jumped back in for the second hour after I cooled down, and I was getting wins. So sometimes just getting legit, objective advice can help. I am so grateful. And by the way, I told Diaphone how grateful I am. I actually reached out to him and said, I just want to say thank you because you're someone who treated me with respect and someone who wasn't looking to do a mean video that was really mean. Instead, you did a nice positive video. And my game has dramatically improved because you just gave me a chance to observe me objectively and try to help. And it helped a ton. And I thanked him for that. So, and I'm not saying that.
Money, yeah, money.
Holy crap.
Jesus.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, money.
That's incredible. Thank you very much, E-Dog, for a very kind contribution, very generous, $150 Australian.
Yeah.
on. Must make Phil dance. Have some more of that, Piggy.
What's he doing with his right hand there?
It's just, yes, that's a good question. But very, very kind contribution from D-Dog, 150 Australian dollars. And he said, this is from my friend at Light, who is watching Bingo on my Discord restream to give to King Dad VCMP. That's an incredible generous contribution. So thank you, I'll say D-Dog, and also Light, your friend Light. I'm glad he enjoyed the Bingo stuff as well then. So very kind of, well, I mean, D-Dog, you yourself, D-Dog, have been very kind as well in the past with some of these big contributions, you know what I mean? And, I'm flabbergasted. What can I say? I'm not used to fucking getting big contributions. It always fucking flares me. What can I say? But I'm very appreciative of it. So thank you very much once again. Thank you, Black Mage, as well for the super chat. And it says diaphone, more like diaphragm. I generally thought it was a name at first. I'm sorry, but diaphone sounds too much like diaphragm, and that's what I was fucking calling him at first when I heard his fucking name. It was the easiest way to fucking remember it. So yeah.
Just a little note, Phil. If somebody you really respected told you to go jump off a cliff, how long before you would go find that cliff and jump off it?
Oh, for sure he wouldn't. Nah, he'd wait for them to do it first, so he knows it's like a good thing to do. Because he always copies everyone eventually later on. Look at his React content, he's fucking late to the party.
Somebody told me to make friends with a base jumper.
Aye. Rutop review says like DSP be like, wow, dude, very generous tip, starts big in 5 minutes. Like, nah, it's pretty much, Phil was like fucking, Phil would say it's not a tip, you know, so he doesn't get that money till next month, you know what I mean? So it's very kind of him, but he won't see that money till August. Fuck off, Phil. Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, it's just, I'm kind of glad in a sense that anytime something like that happens, where, you know, it's a very generous contribution. And always, I never like to take it for granted, you know what I mean? Like, it's always going to be something that's going to like, completely floor me. Like, it's going to, I don't ever want to get used to that, if that makes sense. Because I want to fucking make sure I keep my ass grounded, you know what I mean? So, it's just, I know it's something that's never going to happen a whole lot. And I certainly do appreciate it. So, once again, D-Dog as well. Anyone that bothers to contribute as well. I mean, I don't want to fucking just special someone out because they fucking gave more or whatever. I'm happy to get anything. I've told you guys as well. And also, if we get a full house bingo, you guys can eventually get something back from it, you know? We're very close to a full house, and I like to give away money. Because of you guys being so fucking kind as you are, because I'm able to fucking do these fucking full, you know, anytime I get a full house, I can give back to you guys. So, yeah, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. Let's crack on and go. Thanks again, once again, to D-Dog, and of course, his pal Light, who seems to be enjoying it on his Discord restream. And of course, Black Mage as well for a super chat.
I say thank you because you're someone who treated me with respect and someone who wasn't looking to do a meme video that was really mean. Instead, you did a nice positive video, and my game has dramatically improved because you just gave me a chance to observe me objectively and try to help, and it helped a ton. And I thanked you for that. So, and I'm not saying that LTG's looking for help from me. I'm just saying in general, anyone. I think if I watch these videos, maybe I could comment on them. I could watch top player videos. I could watch mid to low player level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I legitimately know Street Fighter 6 good enough that I would enjoy doing commentary over videos of the game. That could maybe be content that I did, but that's up to you guys. I don't want to put out content.
Jesus, the ego in this man is out of control. Fucking hell.
I don't want. This is an idea. I was watching LTG's video and I'm like, dude, he could do this. Oh, look at that setup. Oh man, I like bullshit that happened to him. And this and that. I realize I'm doing it in my own head. I'm doing.
Okay, people, I've been ignoring it for a long time. Not intentionally ignoring it. I've been screaming for autos for a long time, and it has been a while, to be fair. It looks like it's had a really nice day in Monterey Bay. The water looks a whole lot bluer, which means the sky must be quite blue. But there we go. We have some waters to help detox from Phil's natural toxicity. Beautiful stuff indeed. Someone is asking as well how many matches does Phil have in Street Fighter 6. Phil has played about 2,000 ranked matches, there or thereabouts, and he has a win ratio of about 1,100, I think. So I think that's the case. I might need to check Prophet's page to get that confirmed, because he usually has these up-to-date stats. In fact, let me do it now. Let me load up Prophet's page and see if I can find that. Give me a wee second here. Prophet, scroll too far. There you are, you bastard. Community page, has he updated it? He's not actually updated it with the most recent stats, I think, because the last one was from the one we've seen before. I mean, we went over this in the last stream before, where Prophet just fell apart with the Diablo stuff as well. So, but he's had over 2,000 matches and he's had 1,100 wins. That's what it was, right? That was the last, Prophet post anyway for the stats. But there we go. This fucking pause. But anyway, yeah, we had autos. That's so goddamn cute. Okay, one more time, and then back to bingo.
Doing commentary in my own head. This would be a video I'm making right now. This would be a stream I'm making right now. You see? So it kind of was an interesting idea, right? Anyway, you guys, now people go crazy in the chat. You guys let me know what you want. If you're interested in this, let me know, all right? Because it's all fair game. You know, it is. It's all fair game. Anyone who's streaming, anyone who makes content on the internet, it's fair game to be commented.
So Phil is going to pick random, like, people, it seems, and then try and fucking educate them on how to fucking be as good as him. It really feels like a big, massive flex on Phil's part. Like, he really feels like he's one of the fucking top players in the game right now, it feels like. I mean, seriously. He's not even got to master rank at anyone yet, and he wants to fucking give other fucking people tutorials on how to fucking play the game.
I'm reminded of the Homer Simpson quote, I am so smart, I am so smart, SMRT, I mean SMART.
Yep, exactly. It's fucking mental, and never. And yeah, he really, I don't know. It's that look, but that first hour, by the way, the first hour of him playing Luke recently, he literally genuinely was losing every game. Like, I think Phil lost every single match for the first hour. I don't remember him winning the game. He actually fucking got down. He was Diamond 1, I think, and he went back down to Platinum. And he ended the fucking night barely at Diamond. So, it's one of those things where he had a terrible fucking night, put it that way. And Luke's one of the characters as well. Luke's one of those fucking fighters, when Phil faces him, he struggles massively against Luke usually. But when Phil has him, he should be fucking cheesing him, but nah, people are just kicking Luke's ass all over the fucking place.
Get over, you know. Oh, I don't care. My dad says LTG will never collab with you and he'll be pissed that you did a segment on him. I don't care. I'm not looking to collab. I don't care about collab. I'm telling you, this is what happened.
You don't care about collabing? Then why the fuck did you DM him asking to fucking collab before? You think Phil doesn't care that LTG's gonna get pissed. Phil, I mean, you're just openly flexing on him. See, now you get 2,000 viewers, but you barely get any fucking money, plus I'm better at the game than you are. Let me teach you how to fucking be better at the game and stop being such a scrub. That's how it's come across to me anyway. It comes across as him being a complete smug bastard.
With just me, and again, this video randomly showed up in my feed. It wasn't anything I was looking for. I just happened to click on it. You know, I was like, let's just see what this is. I clicked on it. I was immediately fascinated. And again, we watched it together. I would basically explain all this to you. I pointed out, like, look at this setup, look at this, look at observe what's happening here. This is weird. Let's look at this. Let's look at that. I mean, it'd be fun. I think. And then comment on gameplay, whatever. I think it would be fun, right? I think so. So it's up to you guys. You guys let me know. But anyway, you know, I was trying to approach it fairly, objectively, and as someone who literally doesn't know anything really negative about LTG besides the memes and shit that you guys say, I was just trying to approach it as like a neutral third party, and I was fascinated. Admittedly, I was sucked right in immediately.
Hey, we have another free space. Phil has now burped 10 times. So as well as having a free space for the snorts, we have a free space for the burps as well. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. We have 2 free spaces already. Hopefully we can get a few more things ticked off the board so we can get closer to our full house. And it means that you guys can potentially win a $25 prize. But there's still plenty of bingo to go. Let's see if we can get, well, I say plenty of bingo to go. We have like maybe 10 odd minutes to go. Because he finishes the podcast roughly on time. And then we've got basically the react stuff as well, up until the point he starts recording. Fingers crossed, we can get more ticked off before then.
With the gameplay, with the way that he was behaving, with his chat, how they were behaving, the fact that he gets, I can't wrap my head around the fact he's getting 2,000 views a stream. I had no clue. I had no clue he was that popular in the fighting game community at all. I was like, wow, I was blown away. But again, to see that, and then to see that basically it was a lot of toxic people, and it wasn't really people who were like there to enjoy. They were there to laugh at rather than laugh with or enjoy the game. I was like, oh, that's not good, you know. Anyway, you know, it is what it is. We'll see what you guys think. All right, you guys let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. If that's something you're interested in. And again, I'm not talking about just LTG. There's gonna be other things too. Like I said, if you want to see me comment on Street Fighter videos in general, like stuff with Street Fighter 6, I think it would be nice to see comment on strategies and things and other things. You know, I like to see other streamer setups too. How everyone's different, right? Like how different. Like I said, my setup 95% is the game, and you have a camera, a little bar at the bottom. That's it. Like I'm all about the game. But every streamer is so different. I couldn't like the game was like in a corner. I was like weird because it was hard to see stuff going on half the time too. Like I don't know. Anyway, cool, right? You guys let me know what you want. Is this something you'd be interested in seeing, and go from there. All right. But anyway, I'm just saying this is something that happened randomly last night and absolutely fascinated me. I was like, wow, interesting. Okay. All right. Shout out to Nathan. Nathan gifted a membership, and it went to where did it go to? Stupid thing didn't update. Hold on. What's going on, Jade? I will see you on DSP React. Sounds good. I can't even tell you because now I refreshed and it disappeared from my screen. That's delightful. Well, whoever got to give the membership for Nathan, congrats. I'm trying to find it. It was Dreadlocks Rasta double S. Congrats to Dreadlocks Rasta double X. Congrats on the membership. Be sure to thank Nathan for that. Very nice. And again, I knew it was going to be idiotic, so I ignored it. I ignored it. This is a complete idiot. So I ignored mouth droolers. All right. All right. There's an interesting fact. It'll be episode 23 of DSP Bingo, the internet. It's July 23rd. Well, that'll help you remember the episode number. That's good. Sometimes I forget what episode it is. That's good to know. All right, guys, we're winding down. We're running out of time. Remember, I have to set up for the react show. If you guys have any last-minute questions or things you want to throw my way, now's the time to do it. If you want to, please do. All right. Overwatch, we talked about that yesterday on the show. So watch yesterday's podcast for my take on that.
That was not, by the way, that was not a limb. Phil ignored a tip. As far as I'm aware, Phil does not ban people that tip him because he doesn't know who they are in his chat. When people tip him, he'll ignore troll tips, but he won't know who's on stream because it's different names. So If it was a super chat, it'd be different. You know what I mean? Because Phil just fucking leaned in that super chat, but it wasn't a super chat. It was a tip, and Phil ignored it.
No, I never ridden a unicorn, Willow. They don't exist. I don't know if you do. They're not real.
Unicorns are a national animal of Scotland. They are definitely real. I like how it's a funny fucking joke. Like, have you heard this fucking joke about like all the fucking dashi? I was like, so the fucking the national animals of each country, England picked the lion, isn't it? Like England have a lion.
Yeah, England's lion.
Yeah, so and England's like the rest of the rest of the fucking nations based around them. It's like, okay, you guys come up with your own fucking countries. And Scotland's like, we'll fucking have a unicorn. And there's like, and fucking England's like, that doesn't fucking exist. And Wales is like, okay, Wales will take the dragon. And England's like, that doesn't fucking exist either. And then Ireland's like, we'll take the fucking leprechaun. So, these are all picking fucking random weird animals. It's not real. Yeah, it's one of those
I'm just imagining Scotland's animal is Pinkie Pie.
I mean, literally the national animal of Scotland is honestly the unicorn. Hand on heart, so you can look at that shit up, but it's true. It is a national animal.
Opinions on the GTA 4 soundtrack, very mixed bag. There's a couple cool tracks on there, but for the most part, I don't think it was great. I think it's really the original trilogy has the best soundtracks. Thank you, Derek. He says, I love your review of Dungeons & Dragons. What cuisine will we be eating for next week's Feasting with Phil? Good question. I have no clue yet. Talk to my wife about it. We'll have to talk about it and see, because we're going to order for the Reactive event on Saturday, the Machinima event, but not set in stone yet. Varric says, would you consider a segment watching viewer replays of Street Fighter 6 and offering advice? Yeah, I mean, isn't that what we're talking about? Is that not what we were just saying? That I'd be fascinated to do like commentary over Street Fighter 6 stuff. So maybe, yeah. What's next for horror? I have no idea what's next for horror. October has 2 or 3 horror games, I think, coming out, right?
What I think would be an interesting thing to do to Phil here in this situation, would it be possible to send Phil like a replay of a fight, but have his name hidden so he doesn't know he's reacting to his own fight, and have him criticise his own game, if that makes sense?
I see where you're coming from. I'm not sure if you can, but mind you, I don't know Street Fighter 6 at all, so...
Yeah. Is it something I think would be fucking hilarious to do? Can you imagine trolling Phil like that? I don't think it's possible. You'd only replays. I think the fucking fighter names as well would be fucking printed on a thing. That, I mean, D-Dog says it can be done. Oh, beautiful. Someone clever than me. You can edit names in the videos as well. Okay, someone...
Send it to Justin Wong as well. Yeah. Have Justin send it to him.
Or you can cut the bars off his music. Well, there you go. I think that'd be a hilarious way to just mess with Phil. Imagine Phil shitting over somebody that's doing that kind of thing. It's like, oh, this person's doing all this fucking stuff wrong, and then it turns out to be him.
Double M says, are you reviewing Barbie? No, I'm not going to see it. Review Oppenheimer? I will when it finally comes out on home service, but I'm not going to the movie to see it, so I'll review it when it's available at home. Ambulatory, I feel I agree with you, because I was watching retrospectives on GTA 5, or GTA series, and GTA 4 actually has some of the most detailed aspects in terms of NPC behavior in the city. What I said is when I played GTA 4, that was the first GTA I ever played, by the way. I never played the trilogy. 4 was the first one I ever played. I felt like I was in New York City. Like, seeing the way that the people walk around, talk randomly, interact with each other, they felt like they were organic, real people. And it was unique in that regard. I was blown away at that time. Remember, I'd been out of console gaming, only playing competitive Street Fighter for a very long time. And to see the games that advanced to that point where it really felt like a Sim City, like Sim New York, I was like, holy shit, this is pretty crazy. So, there you go. Oh, Jay's not going to the React channel? Alright, that's fine. Jay, you don't have to be over there today. It's all good. Hopefully I'll see you tonight for GTA.
Jay's like, at time not fucking dealing with that shit today.
Right, in the late stream. Alright, guys, we gotta wrap this up. Remember, I gotta get set up for the React show. So thanks everyone for listening. I would love your opinions on what we just talked about. Let me know your opinion. Would you like to see me do live commentary over one of these LTG videos? Would you like to see me do live commentary over Street Fighter 6 in general? I think it would be a fascinating thing to do and could be pretty entertaining. So let me know your thoughts. Alright? Thank you for watching the show. I very much look forward to a fun day of streaming with all of you. Thanks for hanging out with me today and supporting. And I will see you tomorrow to let you know how it went. Peace out. See you then. Excuse me. Okay. Alright guys, let's get set up. Here we go. Now, you know what's funny is, so, we talked about that on the podcast, that's it, now we're gonna do my thing. I guarantee you, people are gonna fucking obsess about that. They're gonna be talking about it all day, they're gonna be making videos about it and shit. It's like, dude, that's like one very small thing that I want to talk about today, right? One little piece of content to talk about, topic. But some people that be like, oh my god, if you'll talk about LTG, it's like, the end of the world, and now we gotta fucking obsess over that shit all day long.
You came across as some sort of smug bastard that thinks he's better than others.
And you stretched it out longer than it really needed to be.
Yeah, it was something that really wasn't necessary for your content. I mean, it's basically up there with your fucking Days Off story where you fucking get lost in a supermarket trying to find butter.
You wanna know what the names of those people are? Losers. Okay. Here we are. I will see if GTA 5 sounds good. Okay. Alright, let us end the stream. You will see a link on your screen that says head over to DSP Reacts. Head over there. I'm gonna set up that stream, get that going. Take a break because I'm gonna use the bathroom. Okay? And go from there. Alright, thank you all. Thanks for watching. Great show. And see you on DSP Reacts. Peace out.
Okay. Well, I think we can now go back to here. Go to our channel.
So.
Nope. Let's just rewind this until we get to Phil. Nope. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Jesus Christ, how long did you take a big break for here? This is a huge break that Phil had in between. Oh, here we go. Here, let's just rewind.
Since you mentioned big break, I've got. Oh, sorry. Since you mentioned big break, I've just got to. It's only a game, so put up a real good fight. No. I'm just making a big break reference.
Jesus, man. That's a fucking reference most people won't even get. Even a lot of British people won't get a fucking reference there. Fucking shout out to John Virgo. Jesus, man, the big break. Ultimate Insane says it was a clean break. Okay, anyway. We're back to Bingo. Look how long Phil had a stream live. He had a stream live, almost 30 minutes. But it kind of came on like 13 minutes ago. This is on DSP's React channel now. Keep in mind, guys, we're still playing Bingo until Phil starts recording for his React content. So, yeah, all I'm saying is explain to people in the chat. Big Break was a snooker-based TV game show in the UK. It was an interesting one, wasn't it? It was a weird one. It was like, the contestants had to answer questions, but I don't think the contestants had to actually play themselves. Like, the more questions the contestants got right, the more shots the good players could take for them to get prizes. Not it was yeah.
The only time they actually went near the table was for John Virgo's trick shot.
Yeah, exactly. It was a weird one. It was okay. It's up there like the Generation game. That was also like. I feel weird, man. It feels, yeah. Dashy's got fucking. I assume that's a link to fucking Big Break.
Yes, that is a link to Big Break.
I'm gonna just not click it myself in case I get, content ID claimed at the ass. But yeah, I'll just crack on and go. Guys, keep in mind, we have 2 free spaces so far for the card. We have 2 free spaces earned. We might need more. I mean, I'm hoping Phil will do things on here to fucking make us stick off some more stuff. It's been a good game. It's strange to get multiple free spaces as well. So, hopefully, Phil will fucking do or say more of these things for us to, hopefully get a full house bingo today. I'd love to get a full house bingo today. Shut up, Phil.
Okay, hello everyone. Give me a sec, I'm setting up on the laptop, because I gotta get the chat, and I gotta get the stream stats opened here so I can see and talk with you all. And then we'll begin with this week's show. Here we go. No, I don't want to update my browser right now. That'd be bad timing, so I need to use it. So don't ask me to update it. Get out of here. How's everyone doing this week?
Stop asking me to update it. Get out of here. I wonder how long Phil's ignored the update for his browser. Stop asking me to update it. Get out of here. The computer's like, this is like fucking free version school of this fucking browser. Please update it for the love of God.
No, I don't want to update my browser right now. That'd be bad timing, so I need to use it. So don't ask me to update it. Get out of here. How's everyone doing this week? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. Very fun weekly React show here on DSP React, and I'm looking forward to chilling with all of you, as usual. Here we are. Let's refresh this, get this going, get the chat open, and I can talk with you all for a little bit before we start. Last week's stream was partially blocked. I wonder what was blocked in last week's React stream. Some nonsense, I'm sure. Welcome to the new members. We have about 30 new members since the last couple of shows. I think 2 weeks ago we had 20 member bomb, and then last week we had about 10 new members. We're over 100 members now, which is really nice, because it means that there's more of you to nominate videos for the show, which makes the show better. So, hopefully we keep that pattern up. Sure, it would be great. We can get 110 members by the end of today, and that would mean there's some more new people in the mix nominating videos. That's always a good thing. All right, I think I got the chat open now. Hello, everyone. Excuse me. Stupid crap in my throat. Stupid allergies. All right, where am I? Am I here? I'm here. Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm actually here. What's going on? How are you all today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're ready to have a fun React show. Good variety again this week, I hope. We'll see. We've got Ultra member videos. We've got standard member videos that'll be randomly selected in random order. Where's my phone? I can't do the show without my phone, and I don't have my phone. Where did I put it?
Stand up, you bastard. There.
It's not in here. I must have left it. Okay, hold on. I gotta go find it. I must have left it outside here. Where did I put my phone?
Phil put his phone. Is it you're getting fucking withdrawal symptoms from WWE champions already? But we can tick Phil standing up. Also, I'm going to tick clown mode. Because Phil waving at the camera to me is quite clownish, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It means that we are essentially two away from a full house. I'm definitely doing what I can to try and get us a full house here. I don't want to cheat or anything, you know what I mean? But it's one of those things as well where I am quite flexible with these things. So Phil's now gone looking for his bloody phone.
Well, if you're flexible, that ignored tip from earlier must count as leaning ban then, in this case.
He did not ban them, though. He ignored a tip.
Are you sure?
Well, how could he have? How does he know how to ban? It's a tip. So how's he going to know their YouTube name? He Exactly. So there you go. If it was a super chat, I would agree with
Be
you.
flexible.
I'm not that flexible, man. I'm a big fat guy.
So am I.
Alright, found my phone. Because I use my phone to do the playlist for the show, so I need it. Without it, the show is defunct. Okay. I mean, it's not defunct because we can't actually do... If you believe it, as stupid as it sounds, you cannot do a shuffled playlist on YouTube apps. It doesn't work. You have to do it on your phone app. I don't know why you can't do it on like the TV app. It doesn't make any sense, but... You know, I didn't make the apps. Those are the big brain guys that work at Google who make these apps, right? Okay. Okay. Playlists. Member and Ultravids. There we are. Okay. Got it all set up and ready to go. So how are you guys doing? You guys ready for some fun reacting this week? I hope so. Remember how the show works? First is people who are Ultra members of this channel will watch their videos. Then everyone who's a standard member posts up in a playlist, and I hit random select and basically just shuffles them and we watch them in random order. I have no clue what we'll be watching this week at all. I guess we'll see. Last week was pretty good, I would say, because we had about 20 new members last week. The videos that were submitted were significantly fun and good. So please support the stream. This channel sadly doesn't make much or any money on the videos. Most of these videos on the show get completely claimed and or I lose all ad revenue on them. So really it's your support during these streams. So tips, super chats, memberships, gifted memberships during the stream would help tremendously to keep the channel going. And thank you to those who do support this channel via those methods. As you know, I do this in parts, like about 30-minute parts. So we'll go like 30 minutes, take a break. If any contributions are coming during that 30 minutes, I'll shout out those contributions between the parts, okay? There's also a Q&A portion for super supporters, super members here, who ask questions. I'll do a little bit of Q&A probably in part 5. If you're a channel member, then you get to watch this archive right away, meaning this stream will stay live for you if you're a channel member. You can watch it whenever you want. If you're not a member, then I split the show up into 6 parts, and I upload it slowly over the week, and a new video every day. Okay, man, my throat. Hold on, I'm gonna mute the mic for a second.
How considerate of Phil.
My apologies. Going to get my throat today because the allergy is really bothering me. Hope that clears up. So, this will be the whole stream up until around 4 p.m. Or about 3 hours of reacting. I hope that you guys are ready. Tonight, we're doing Grand Theft Auto 5, my anniversary 10-year celebratory playthrough over on DSP Gaming tonight. I hope you'll join me for that. Next week, there's tons of new content on this channel next week. Next Saturday, I'm doing a special long-form react event to celebrate my anniversary as a 15-year YouTuber. We're going to be talking about my history with Machinima, a company that used to be one of the biggest partner networks on YouTube that went out of business due to bad management. I'll be talking about, well, first of all, I'll be reacting to a 2-hour or an hour documentary on this channel about Machinima, but then I'll be doing a in-depth look at my history with the company, reviewing all these situations and emails and things that I have. There's no more company, there's no more NDA. I can talk about whatever I want with this company, okay? So that's great. And I hope that you guys will join me for that next Saturday, all day long here on DSP Reacts. Next Sunday, 1 week from today, will be our next DSP versus the Internet clip show, okay? I don't know, the chat is like dead. Why are you guys not talking? There's 265 people on the stream. Why is no one talking in the chat right now? Hello? Hello? Hi, it's a stream. Anyone awake? There, finally. Wake up. Yeesh.
Jesus fucking Christ, what a money bastard. Jesus, oh my god, so that'll definitely climb more as well.
Sleep for. Don't get mad. I just don't want to do a stream for myself. I don't do this for myself. I don't know if you guys are aware. I do this for an audience. I like the audience to
No, you do it for the fucking Benjamins, Phil. You're fucking in this for goddamn money. You're trying your best to fucking make as much money as possible. You're trying your fucking best to claim you're so fucking hardworking because you diversify your content. You're not just fucking playing games. You're doing so many different fucking things. Basically, you replaced one boring thing with another fucking boring thing. Except the fucking other boring thing you're doing is done not as well as the other fucking people that do it. There's a lot of people that fucking do this shit a whole lot better than you.
Here and cognizant and present. See? Kagome says, I sent a message, re-upping your membership. Oh, did you? Well, congrats. It says, everyone know what time it is? It's tool time, really. A home improvement reference here from Kagome. Thank you, Kagome, for that. And also, shout out to Adam Theory, Thiry, Theory, 30, maybe 30, who became a member. That's a new membership, and we will count that towards our total members for today. Thank you so much. It also looks like Nathan just gifted a membership to the community, and that one just went to Daddy. Congratulations to Daddy on the gifted membership. Be sure to thank Nathan, and Nathan, thank you for your support of my content here on YouTube. Red Bandit 94 just did a super chat and says, ready for another react. Thank you, Red Bandit. That's the first super chat of the stream. And I appreciate that very much. Anyone have anything they'd like to chat about, or anything before we begin, or shall we just jump right in? It's up to you guys. John Smith says, I hope you will play Doom 3D someday. Maybe I will. The original, right? I played the original in the 90s. It's quite a good game. Some unique weapons there, like the shrink ray and the ice gun I really like. Cool. Master Aqua says, Final Fantasy 13 lost footage we reacted to here. I don't know if I would react to it. I'm thinking about next month rebranding one of my older channels I don't use anymore and using it as a classics channel and uploading that archived content like Final Fantasy 13, Red Dead Redemption, the Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare expansion, as well as the Red Dead Redemption Suicide Kings runs. So I could upload all that content to that channel, I think, right? That'd be kind of nice. Derek, I do not make any thumbnails. These are all made for me by viewers and fans, and I appreciate everyone who works and helps the channels because I don't have any editing capabilities whatsoever. These are made by the viewers.
No, you have the capability. You just lack the fucking effort. You're a lazy bam. You definitely have the fucking capabilities. Anyone can make a goddamn fucking thumbnail. No, Phil, you have Microsoft Paint. You can go into Microsoft Paint. You can use websites to fucking use and fucking generate thumbnails through there. There's free services and free tools. I do it all the time for our fucking thumbnails. So what Phil lacks is the effort to put in fucking any fucking, effort whatsoever in his own business and his own content. You just ask his audience instead, do this for me, do that for me. Every single chance he gets his fucking hand held by people fucking doing things for him for free.
Sorry, I don't think it's the effort. I think it's the morals to do it as well.
You think Phil's been morally weird, but it's just Phil being a lazy bastard. Why should he fucking go out his way when other people are going to do it for him for free? Therefore, Phil's being a lazy bastard.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Basically, oh yeah, I don't need to do this. People can just do it for me if I ask them.
It's such a bullshit way to go through life, though, man. It's fucking babying. And
We
these-
live in
these
the
fucking
UK. How
thumbnails.
many Conservative Prime Ministers have we been through in the past year?
I've lost count. I really have. They're all fucking basically clones, you know. You get rid of one and the fucking other one turns up into just a fucking same old fucking shit every single fucking time. But that's politics. Let's not get into politics.
True.
Alright, I think we'll get ready to get started here.
Ah, fuck. Come on, Phil.
You guys ready? You ready to get ready? I'm ready to be ready. I don't know if you're ready, but I'm ready. I just put my phone in because I'll be using it the whole show.
God
Sets
damn
down
it.
charged. Yes, we do have super member questions today. I think as usual, we'll do a segment in part 5, beginning of part 5, where I'll answer super member questions.
Come on, Phil.
Excuse me.
Give us more things. Come
Are you
on.
guys ready? Let's get started. Here we go.
Fuck.
Hello everyone, Phil here, and welcome.
Son of a bitch is now recording for YouTube. We had 2 free spaces for a card as well, you know, 2 free spaces earned on the card. And sadly, it amounts to nothing because we're too shy of a full house. I think I'll tick off that, and I'll tick off that. Yeah, two more bingos, but sadly though,
To take it slightly back to politics for the next second, cheat like the Conservative Party do.
what, just fucking hush up and pretend it doesn't exist and it's not really a problem.
And lose about 100 million. Was it 100 million?
I've lost fucking count, man. The way that, I don't know. There's just fucking.
25 quid's nothing. Cheat.
Anyway. Fuck DSP and fuck politics. Phil did not get 100 likes. No, Phil had actually on his first stream he had like 70 likes, I think, and on the React stream so far, he has 39 likes.
That's 100.
Even if I tick it, okay, even looks okay. By your logic, okay, if we're going to combine the two of them, right? I can tick off, you know, I can tick off one more square. We're still one short.
Like, somebody give me more excuses to make Jad tick one more box.
Oh come on! Like, even then, I can't. I mean, we can count in that combined if you want, you know what I mean. But no, we still can't. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But bingo's over now, and I'm going to wrap things up. I think that way. Let's just fucking end things by enjoying some otters being all cute as all hell. That ice melted very fast today. It really did. But yeah, they'll be getting fed in 15 minutes time anyway. I think, you know what I mean. If you guys want to enjoy some cute otter stuff, you know what I mean, check out the Monterey Bay Aquarium live stream of the otters. They are very cute and all that jazz. But yeah, sadly we were shy of a full house today. I mean, even with our flexible workings of how we count things, for example, we're still one shy. I really wanted to get us a full house as well. It's been about a month since we had our last full house. But hey, there's always tomorrow, as I was saying. I mean, so guys, thank you very much once again for being here. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you all enjoyed the bingo. Thank you for your help as well. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you, Dashy, for keeping me company as well. It's always nice to have company in this the bingo stuff to help endure it all. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, and yeah, it's one of those things where Phil today was nothing. I don't think we'll remember much from today's bingo other than Phil trying to piss off LTG. That's basically the one, you know, the one point we can take away from the stream is Phil trying to flex on LTG randomly out of nowhere for no real seemingly logical reason whatsoever, other than the fact that Phil just seems like he's feeling like an expert all of a sudden in the game compared to other people. I don't know. That's but yeah, it's just boring shit from Phil as always. But yeah. We'll try again tomorrow to get a full house in bingo. Well, hopefully we can get through it all. I think Alt's going to be joining me again at some point. I'm not sure if it's going to be on a Monday or a Tuesday or whatever. I'll have to wait and see. But I'll ask him later on and see what's happening. But I said before as well, guys. Anyone want to join me for some bingo antics, whatever? They're more than welcome to join me. And even Dashy, I was like literally join and start a bingo. He's like, "Can I call?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And you go, and I fucking just said you want to stay. That was it. So.
And then I went on the rant to basically just kill him off.
Exactly, yeah. But it's one of those things. I'm most happy to have people on the show as well to join in and endure and all that shit and the festivities and the fun. And you know, I say fun, but you get what I'm saying. No, it's easier to endure shit together, and I'm thankful for you guys to help me endure it as well. So I'll be back tomorrow with some more bingo antics, guys. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, where we get up to, and we'll say once again, thank you everyone. You know, especially D-Dog and the Strand Light for that incredibly generous contribution. It was unexpected to say the least. You know what I mean? I always feel like I don't deserve such fucking kind of, you know, nice things like that happen in terms of like big contributions. Not that I'm complaining about getting it, you know, obviously I'm fucking happy to get it, but you get what I'm saying. No, it's strange to fucking get that kind of nice wee you know, I kind of support you. I mean, it's not something I'm used to. I don't want to ever get used to it either. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with some more bingo antics, and hopefully we can get through this tomorrow. We're one shy today. Let's go back and better tomorrow. I'm going to end with autos, of course. The autos have been all so cute. Let's swim across the screen. They've been all lovely jubbly. Those two clashed heads. Oh, that ultimate sword, actually. Look at this shit. Head-on clash here. Oh, nasty stuff indeed. I'm getting distracted anyway. I'll see you all tomorrow with some more bingo antics, but until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, what you end up doing. And I'm going to end how I always end by playing Pixar Animations' Notorious PIG contributions. So, catch you all tomorrow. Until then, peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant.